Welcome everybody to the Get Bit Podcast. Podcast for birds, for blurs, for blurs, for nerds. And if I make it to this intro, for everybody else that has a fandom, you are most certainly welcome here. We are your host and most, myself, Spartan, Show Guy Joe at Fire TV. Gentlemen, we are back live and it is the weekend. How we feeling?
Hey, look, it's almost time to put them kids back in school and start buying supplies. Get to the stores while you can.
My wallet.
Look, if you go to at the right day when they have deals on pocketbooks and folders and pencils, you can get them for a steal.
Everything has to be clear now. Just everything.
Wait, really? Is that a thing? What is it? Really? Like even the backpacks?
Clear backpacks, clear pencil cases, clear everything. Lunch boxes. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer on a very happy show, but if you do got kids, yeah, the word is clear on everything.
I mean, I get it. Say, go gadget stickers, I guess.
We're back to the 1990s where everything had to be see-through and you can see the inner guts. Joe, what say you?
My butter is too lobstery. It's been a week.
That being said, guys, as you can see, we are a little bit on the leveled up side. We do try to watch our language. We also do show things that might be a little too intense for younger viewers. We do show trailers for movies and video games, so viewer discretion is advised. Aside from that, welcome. Yep, Bama, seriously. Kids these days, and like I said, don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but if your kids are literally and figuratively going to school, then yeah, clear is the new black. But as much as we do want to start things on a positive note, we do have some sad news to first report. We must say rest in peace to Kaylee Hoddle. If you don't know who she is, she played in Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla Kong the New Empire. She lost her life tragically in a car accident at age 18, as it was reported by her father. For all those that don't remember, she was the actress who was deaf in both movies, the one that Kong was befriending. But we definitely do want to say peace and condolences out to her family. Again, that to lose a life at a young age, it is definitely one of those things that we hate to see, but at the same time, we do want to basically give her flowers. And again, peace and condolences to her family. But anything else, guys, we want to add to that?
No, I think we all just saw this in passing. It was like, this is sad because she's a very young actress. She was like, what? How old? I think she was still a teenager, wasn't she?
Yeah, 18 years old.
Yeah, she was like barely just became an adult, and like I know people complain about like the human aspects of the MonsterVerse, but like she was a good middle ground of tying all that together. Her and Kong's relationship, and then coming together with the tribe in the last film. So. I don't know if they're gonna recast her or just write around it, but like I'm sad she's not gonna be. I'm sad we won't get to see more of her work or like because I genuinely enjoyed her in those movies. So knowing that she won't be a part of that franchise as it continues and expands is heartbreaking.
Exactly. Joe, anything else you want to add to that?
I mean, jokingly, I was waiting her to become best friends with the Mothra twins, but
I feel like that could have been a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Mothra has always been the most reasonable of the monsters. Like, hey, can everyone relax? It's like, cool. You have a human and a monster mediator, but continue, Joe. My bad.
No, you're good. I mean, it just sucks. It sucks. This is the third person in my lifetime that was a good actress that has passed away because of a car accident. Kwai Kwong, who played Trini, passed away car accident. Lisa Left Eye Lopez, I also believe, passed away very young because of the car accident.
That's true.
I don't want to misspeak, but I believe the guy from Gen V was a vehicular accident as well.
Yeah, he was motorcycle accident.
And then the young kid who played Cameron, who played Adam Sandler's son in Grown Ups, I believe he was also a vehicle accident. And that was sad because like a lot of those kids, all those kids grew up to go on and have like thriving careers. And even when we talked to Najee, who plays Miles in the video games at DreamCon, he talked about like how much fun they all had on those sets. Him, Cam, China McClain, who all of Chris Rock's kids went on to be superheroes. Najee went on to be Spider-Man. China went on to be Black Lightning's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I used to love being on those sets, man. Like Adam Sandler and Chris Rock, they would make us put our scripts down and just be kids. So it's always nice to hear when, like, child actors got to be child actors, like on And it seems like she had a good family with that MonsterVerse as well. So I know that's probably a heavy loss for them, man. And, condolences to her and her family as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely same. But yeah, like I said, don't really, like, we do want to give her flowers, even though, like I said, it's Friday. We don't want to end on a dark note, but definitely rest in peace to her and condolences out to her family. So moving right along, I know a lot happened, especially with Comic-Con news, because a lot of news has come out, and we will get to that, but we do have a bevy of trailers to get to first. Coming out the gate, this actually came out after our recorded podcast last week. DC did hit the stage at Comic-Con, and we did see the trailer for Lanterns. If you haven't seen it, here it is.
Oh, okay.
Get up, Junior.
Oh, Hal's an ass.
So, you're a space cop.
I've been saying that for how many years?
Fair.
All right, do less. Take the ring. You fly.
Just fly.
I'm sorry. Fly, please. What's that?
You're the backup quarterback.
For now. What do you think is going on?
It's no accident we're here. These victims are going to end up being alien.
Based on what?
I have a feeling.
He has a feeling.
I think this is more than just a feeling.
This is a threat no one's ever seen before.
What do you know about manhunters?
Where'd you hear that word?
Manhunters are the most dangerous beings to ever exist in the galaxy. They could take the form of any species.
No, they can't.
So it could be anyone.
He's going to send an army to put you down.
Okay.
Do you resent Hal Jordan?
The ring's always been mine. Jordan's just keeping it warm.
Sinestro.
You don't really believe he's your backup, do you, Hal? Let's say what he actually is.
My replacement. In brightest day. In blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light. How about a beer?
So I heard his ass got humbled at Comic-Con
Yes.
because he could not recite the oath.
Yeah, they tried to do it
Billy
as
had
a
to do it for him.
Oh man, yeah, because Nathan Fillion gave him the most death stare of looks for mispronouncing
they were
misquoting the oath.
going in them comments. They're like, y'all had to learn one thing about how to. If there's one thing we needed y'all to learn about the Green Lantern Corps, it is just it's that. That's all we asked.
It's 6 lines. 6 lines that all you got to remember.
I can recite at least 5, and one of them is the Daffy Duck one.
You know
Yeah.
what got me? I didn't realize that in Justice League they only say it that one time.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they go to Oa and they basically it becomes John's arc versus them. I didn't realize that's the only time they said. But like I remembered off of that one time.
Oh,
Yeah.
the one where it's the court.
It's the court and they have to go to Oa. So then the entire Justice League ends up going and it becomes like Green Lantern focus for like 2 or 3 episodes. And he says the oath. And I think it was in I think one of the first.
It was in Duck Dodgers for the crossover episode too.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they redid Duck Dodgers like a couple years ago either. Like
Dodgers in the 21st and a half
century.
It's where I found one of my favorite karaoke songs from Megadeth.
And then Duck Dodgers also did an Iron Giant reference, and I feel like not enough people appreciated that.
He is in the third Lego Batman.
Is he
which
really?
is the Green Lantern focused Lego Batman.
Mm-hmm.
There, if you collect all the gold bricks, you get the Green Lantern.
I will say this about the trailer. First off, I love how they did Hal. I'm more of a Hal Jordan fan than Hal Rand. Joe's on the opposite side, but
It's okay to be wrong.
you can be wrong all you want to. Hal's still my guy. Still love the fact. I still love how they're doing.
One.
I still love how they're doing this. I love the fact that it does, like we said before. No, I love it. I mean, I'm gonna let you get to you, but
Sorry,
I'm gonna let you get to you. But I know for me, I like it. I like what it's like we said before. It's a true detective feel. If you haven't seen True Detective, you should. That's another great show on HBO Max. But I am not mad about the approach that they're taking with this to introduce the Green Lanterns, especially that you mentioned the Manhunters.
Those aren't Manhunters.
I look, you mentioned Manhunters. That already makes me that makes me want to sit there and say, is it possible we get to see John Johns? I'm not saying it's going to happen, but again, I'm excited the fact that you mentioned that in Sinestro. But come August 16th, I am definitely going to be down for this. But that's just me. I'll flip it to you guys. What do y'all guys think? As I get this up.
Go for it.
Go ahead,
Okay, so the that uniform looks like hot shit.
Mm-hmm.
Manhunters are two different things in the DC universe. If it's a Green Lantern Manhunter, it is not shape-shifting Martians. It is the robots that were the first attempt at the Owens doing the Green Lantern Corps. They still have no aura when they fly, and the aura is what makes them fly, breathe in space, and are bulletproof. So that's a big issue right there. Sinestro looks great. Hal's uniform, I already said it, but Hal's uniform looks like dog shit.
Hal might be the outdated guy, and then John comes in like.
I hope to God that's the case.
John will probably come in like Will Smith on Fresh Prince and like, I'm wearing this inside out. Y'all can wear the lame shit. I'm going to. We're being stylish.
I think that could be a red herring, but that's just me.
Not having the aura is a big problem when they fly. Like the aura is what lets them fly. The aura is what lets them breathe in space. The aura is what lets them not have any air friction or bugs. The aura is also how they channel their powers.
Again, I'm not disagreeing with you. I still think that's a little bit on the nitpicking side.
They could also pull a Dragon Ball, like the aura is actually invisible. Anybody who actually shows it is just a show off, like Dragon Ball did during
they've done too much in the comics where they say you need to turn that down.
Okay, good.
That is literally what Jon Stewart does to Batman one time, where he has enough of Batman and just turns his brightness up to 11 and chews him out for always giving Hal a hard time because Batman.
Oh, that was
Batman. Hal. It's like, no, the reason you don't like Hal is he doesn't give into your bullshit.
Yep. I remember that Justice League comic. Yeah, that was
so the aura is visibly necessary. It's not like Dragon Ball or Demon Slayer. It's like, hey, all of that is flash for the reader. None of that is actually being seen by any of the people on screen.
And that's why I'm saying from the first one, I'm like, okay, I'm just curious to see what they said. Now, the reason why we got this other screen up, and Tafari, I'm gonna let you go because before I play this video, because this is what we're all talking about. But Tafari, your take on Lanterns, what we saw?
I'm guessing this is are they sharing a ring, by the way? Because I'm noticing we're never seeing both of them powered up at the same time. So
Yes.
okay, so they are sharing powers, which I thought seemed like the case.
Which makes no sense because the ring can make a secondary copy of itself to deputize somebody into the core when necessary.
Right.
And I could fully see them being like, that was an option, and Hal was just an ass and never chose it. Could also be a thing. I kind of would have liked. I know some people say, "Oh, I feel like we got too much." I would have fully went into this with just that first trailer of thinking we're going to be in a small town, and then let it expand. Like, kind of like Paradise on Hulu. How Paradise is like, "Oh, it's this little campy small town." And then we found out, "Oh no, we're in a post-apocalyptic dome." Like that. I'm okay with getting not a lot, but I'm also okay with them being okay. Yeah, this is a galaxy-wide issue. I'm guessing we're post-Sinestro bullshit because he's already in prison, it seems.
Yeah.
He's already in the science cell.
He's already,
this is like post Ryan Reynolds movie.
Yeah.
Okay. So, which happy 15th to that. I didn't hate you that much. Stop with the cloud monsters, though. I don't know who saw, because like the people behind that movie had to see what was it, Rise of the Silver Surfer, and was like, let's do that, but yellow. And it's like, but everyone said they hated it, but. Yeah, that movie. The show
when
looks
did
good.
that movie come out? Because there may have been they may have had some leeway.
15 years ago.
Yeah,
it just turned 15. I made a video about it. We were experimenting. Yeah, we were experimenting a lot. Yeah, so we had a Last Airbender, we had an Avatar. Yeah, we had a Last Airbender, we had a Dragon Ball Evolution. I think the strike was over by the time that movie was done, or potentially affected the script. I don't know. I like that we might get some Sinestro flashbacks to his nonsense. I'm curious to see why Hal is being pushed out, or if it's all in his head. I'm also curious to see why Guy Gardner is able to be like, hey, this shit don't involve me. You two kids have fun. Like, especially with Guy being who Guy is all the time. But I'm excited. I'm also curious to see how much that we get for a Manhunter because, we have Martian Manhunter in the title, but we've never really seen the second half of that name play out ever.
Right.
So I'm curious. This will be a first for me seeing what a Manhunter is.
Right.
So
also,
that's the thing. Then that's the thing, right? I don't really interrupt you, but that's the thing is the Manhunters in Green Lantern are not Martians. They are robotic constructs that the Owens made prior to the creation of the Green Lantern Corps.
Right.
So if they want to say Manhunters, they need to say the Martian Manhunters, because that is a separate police force from Mars that got wiped out in the Green versus White Wars.
So Manhunters is that what the robots were that rebelled on Oa in the cartoon?
Yes.
Yes.
Those are Manhunters.
But I will say this, the fact that it's bad, and then I'm going to play this video because we'll see why we said that Nathan Fillion gave old boy the death stare. The fact they're mentioning Manhunters again, it could be a red herring, just like how Sue could be a red herring. It's just gonna be interesting. That's the best way. That's what I'm trying to get at. That they're throwing all these things out there, and for all those who are wondering, Gunn's not directing this. He is producing it, but he is not directing it. Although, if he was directing it, I'm pretty sure we'd be having a different sound. This entire trailer would have a soundtrack. Just saying, that's Gunn's MO. But either way, let us know what you guys think and what we're gonna play next. This was at Comic-Con. Again, they were doing the oath. I'm just gonna let this play twice. I'm not sure where I stopped it, but you'll see why Nathan Fillion gave old boy the death stare.
Yeah.
Evil shall escape my sight. Let all who crave evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
What did he say? Let all who remain?
In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let all who crave evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
And the third time.
In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let all who crave evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light.
So the only thing that ever trips me up is I've heard some people say it's all and some people say it's those. It's like doing the Lord's Prayer, and some people say trespassers, and some people say
it's literally
debts.
let those who worship
Evil's might. Beware my power.
Green Lantern's light.
Now, I will say this from a enunciation and a sentence structure. You can't get twisted because most folks will think about, and someone was explaining this. I don't know how I got stuck on this psychology YouTube when they were going over the actual oath and people get it wrong. They were saying that sometimes your brain can go to the next sentence while you're reciting the current sentence. So
welcome to speech therapy, kids. Yeah.
So you skip over it. So I was like, okay, that gotta make sense. But I'm sorry. I am sorry, guy. For a guy that says clear eyes, full hearts can't lose for 5 seasons, you can't give us one sentence?
Meanwhile, Aaron Pierre's in the back like, I'm just happy to be here and film with my friends. You know what it was? It's the guy filming going, oh no, in the footage. And I'm just like, yeah. And even like they're kind of cutting him slack in the comments. Like the top comments like, come on, man, you know how fickle people are going to be at Comic-Con about their faith in this show. Like you should have had this shit rehearsed.
You really, I mean, I'm just saying, you are a Green Lantern. It's not like a Blue Lantern's oath or the White Lantern's oath or the Red Lantern's oath or...
I can do that one.
I'm just saying, you know, the Red Lantern's a little bit more wordy. Was the Red Lantern a little bit more... It is. It is more wordy. It is more wordy than the Green Lantern one.
No, it's not. It's really not. It's blood and rage of crimson red, ripped from a corpse so freshly dead, will burn you all with a hellish hate,
will burn you all. That is your fate. Yeah.
Again, wordy. It's a word.
I mean, even the other one, the Sinestro Quarters and Blackest Day and Brightest Night, beware your fears made into light. Let those who try to stop what's right burn like my power, Sinestro's light.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you see the cadence? Though is what I'm getting at. Because I'm like, they gave him the
Green Lantern. It's not that hard.
Completely agree. But the fact that it's your own, it's literally 6 lines. I'm like, everybody does the same thing.
Elmo couldn't even get one line right when talking to Rob Williams. So
if you get it's getting a line with Robin Williams in general is the hard thing.
No,
thank
he
you.
only had one line.
Thank you, Bama. Come on, early edition. Right. I mean, you got a page every day, and literally you could get that right. Anyway, again, Lanterns, August 16th. That was announced at DC. That was also from DC, announced at Comic-Con. This also was announced at Comic-Con. Because apparently Cena is doing side quests outside of Coyote versus Acme, which again you should highly see when that comes out. I know I'm going to. He's also in another movie called Matchbox, the movie. I have no idea what this is about. This will be coming out on Apple TV October 9th. If you have not seen the trailer, I guess we're all about to watch it.
Yep.
Sean Walker. It's been a long time since we played Matchbox cards together.
Hey, Amy. Hey, Sean.
What the hell have you been up to?
It's a bit of a longer story.
You look big.
Yeah. To rekindling old friendships.
Cheers. So where's home?
You know, I don't stay in one place for long. International playboy. I feel you.
Oh,
Hello, shot. Everybody listen. We're all going to wake up someplace different.
What?
Is everybody okay? Are we on a plane? Where's the nuclear warhead, Walker?
Or start tossing your friends out.
what?
So wait, Sean's a spy?
Let's jump to conclusions, okay?
Okay. This is a movie about toy cars, by the way.
That guy said he was going to throw us out of a plane. Only bad guys say that. What do you need, buddy?
Need to throw these guys off the plane.
Yes.
The CIA thinks it was me or us.
Get in the chopper, Sean.
Yeah, unfortunately, the timing of all this looks really bad for you guys.
Oh, God.
I got a plan.
We need to re-steal the bomb so we can get our lives back.
Ah, great. I was thinking it was going to be something hard.
I don't know why, but I want to say they wanted to cast Ron Funches and got this guy.
It could be.
You think
they're okay?
Probably not.
Clean it up.
Won't be a problem.
Treat him like a human teabag.
I can't do what I do and drag the Matchbox gang around with me.
We had a friend.
Oh, my God.
Take what you need.
I work alone.
Not anymore.
We have Fast and Furious at home.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Also, bullshit on the shot.
Move out the way. You remember when we were kids and we used the Matchbox tow truck as a ramp? Hey, when we tell this story, you leave this part out, okay? Okay, and I never dropped the gun. Deal. Yep.
And yep, Joe, I am not disagreeing with you. This is what happened when old boy from Fast and the Furious apparently did survive. He did survive the explosion and apparently went back to his Matchbox crew.
Well, yeah. I think he is still alive in universe, isn't he? Because like, wasn't he the villain, and then they moved him to like Fun Uncle in like the next film, the very next movie,
right? And then, well, technically he, I guess, got blown up, but they didn't. I guess never really saw a body. But anyway, this was Matchbox the movie. It is going to be on streaming on Apple TV October the 9th. Literally, I'm not gonna lie, I give it a shot. I mean, I do see the Fast and the Furious references. I see why they only call them Matchbox. They all play with Matchbox cars.
Yeah.
Of course, John Cena finding his act. I mean, this man is finding his acting slot. I'll give him that. You know, he can do comedy. He can do action. I'm not knocking this, but I would give it a shot and watch on Apple TV. But what do y'all guys think?
So I fully thought this was gonna go like full. Yeah, they made Matchbox in a movie, Bama. They're trying to do, I guess, a line of Mattel movies, like based off. And I thought we were gonna go full Jumanji, which I think a new trailer for that dropped yesterday. But
open world,
yeah. We have time. We'll get to it.
It is hilarious.
Is it okay?
Oh yeah, no, it's really hilarious.
I watched the first one. I'm like, cool. Second one, I'm like, all right. That first one was definitely better. Second one was like, cool. I get it. You made a lot of money. I wasn't sure about a third, but I can see. I thought it was gonna be like Jumanji. I didn't know we were just calling it Matchbox, but still doing super spy shit, which I'm not mad at. But yeah. To what Bama said, go ahead, come on with, because you know what, them Hot Wheels cartoon films were very intense back in the day. Like, people died, people got turned into cyborgs. If this is what we're doing with Matchbox, come on with it. Come on, Mattel. Go.
I remember the Hot Wheels cartoon they did in like the late 90s, early 2000s on Fox Kids.
Yeah.
I think they had a show where you had to they kind of did like cross-dimensional stuff. They had to keep going out and like finding parts and then coming back.
Before this. I think it was called Hot Wheels Extreme Team or something.
That might have been what you're talking about. The one I saw, they had a show, and then there was another one where they had to keep collecting there was like 4 TV movies, and one dude's brother got kidnapped in like Cybertron at one point. Either way, if we're doing children's toy stuff in the movies, which maybe you can do toys to re-roll out. Also, stop sending Tiana Paris to cons. Everybody just wants to know about Monica Rambeau. Y'all knew what was going to happen.
Matchbox Adventure is what it was called. I had to look it up, but go ahead.
Okay. But yeah, like Tiana Paris is out there, and they're like, so when are we gonna see you in Doomsday? And they're just like, that's gotta be so strange. Y'all have her here promoting this. Meanwhile, all her friends are down the hall at Hall H cheering for Doomsday. And she's like, hi, I'm here to talk about John Cena and cars. It's like, but we're not. Where's Monica?
Pretty much.
But either way, keep getting the check, girl. We love you.
Right. But yeah, Joe, what did you think of Matchbox the movie?
I'm glad I'm on somebody else's Apple account, so I don't have to pay for this. The only reason I asked him, can I use your account? It was specifically for Monsters and Altered Carbon and another show we'll talk about in a bit. In the not the Good Place. That one other show where they keep going to work but don't remember anything.
Severance. Yeah. Severance. I still need to watch that.
Severance is really good. Oh. Severance and Backrooms. Backrooms surprised the crap out of me because I thought it was going to be full on scary. Wasn't actually that bad. But yeah, it's one of those. But for Matchbox, it does come out on Apple TV October the 9th. So does the new season of Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso. Dang it, I never can say it right. Looking forward to that too. But let us know what you guys think, because we're going to move on, because I did not know that we were going to get a sequel to The Sandlot. And what I mean by that is this next movie that we're about to show, where, of course, these are from the same guys. What did I say, Joe? 20 or 30 years later?
Give or take.
So, again, if you haven't seen it, this is called Dugout Dads.
Man, I can't believe we get to coach our own team. I have been dreaming about this day since my kids were born.
Listen up! To all the returning coaches, welcome back. Let's say hello to our new coach.
I just want to thank everyone for including me. I'm looking forward to a great season, and I hope we can inspire these kids and fill them with a love of baseball.
I'm going to let this slide this time because you're new. But from now on, we're going to leave the politics at home. Understood?
No, I wasn't being political. You just want to make sure everyone has a chance to play and has a good time. Is that a radar gun?
Bushnell Velocity 3000.
Fit plate, Model 5. Speed Demon 800.
Trash. This kid's trash.
Guys, these kids aren't trash. They're 10.
Have you seen him hit?
Jesus.
How was your first practice, Coach?
We need some ice. We're going to need an EpiPen. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
You lost a kid?
Dude, how do you lose a kid? Turns out losing them's the easy part. Is the whole finding them thing. That's not what I meant.
Walk it off, Jody Foster.
Oh, that's a little harsh.
Luke wants to play third base. He will play third base.
Shut up, Dad! I'm off the floor with those little wussies today.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's a little old. When you're a kid, baseball is your life. But then one day, you and your friends go out to play for the very last time. Only nobody knew it. Well, I have news for you. That was not the last time.
Is it going well?
Have we met before? Nah. Tip of my tongue.
When's the last time you played a game of baseball?
1993.
Play ball!
Thin ice.
Is this a series or is this a show or a movie?
It looks like it's a show. Streaming on YouTube August 26th. I think it's a show.
Did they just come together and put this out? Like, is this a self-funded like Sandlot spinoff?
It is. Yeah, I was gonna ask that question because from the look of it, I think this is a show. If it's a movie, cool, but
it is a TV series.
Okay, yeah. Self-funded and put out on YouTube. I'm all for it, man. Especially if you got this many stars to come in and tag in with you.
You literally got, from look of it, almost everybody from the Sandlot is back outside of what? 2 people? I was trying to count. 2 people aren't in this one. Because I was gonna say I kind of counted everybody else except for 2 people. But still, I would watch it. I would watch it because, again, The Sandlot for me was probably one of my favorite baseball movies. At the same time, the fact that he almost got almost everybody. Yeah, there's 2 people. So Benny's not in it, from what I can tell, unless they haven't showed him yet. And then the guy who was the main character, the main character in the first movie. Unless they show him later. But yeah, that's the only 2 people that are missing. But dude, I would watch this. I really would.
And he's married to Topanga.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna cast somebody, you might as well. He's like, I rock with Topanga. We all did during Boy Meets World.
No, they just finished the Boy Meets World recap, and they announced that they'll be doing Girl Meets World soon.
Didn't they already do Girl Meets World?
Another season?
No. So it's Pod Meets World, which is Sean, Eric, and Topanga. Their actors just recapped all 158 episodes of Boy Meets World.
Oh, okay. But didn't they do Girl Meets World and for one season? I could have sworn
Will Friedle has never seen Girl Meets World.
So they're doing a podcast about Girl Meets World.
So it's a podcast about it.
Yeah, it's the sequel. It's a recap and thoughts on every episode of Boy Meets World. They literally just finished that.
Okay.
Now they're going to do Girl Meets World.
Okay. Because that's where I was like, wait a second. I know Girl Meets World exists, but they're not. But they're just now covering it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this looks like it'll be a fun watch, man.
I really want to see this.
Yeah, I'm here for YouTube self-funded series.
At the same time, the original cast, just 20 years later, man, I feel freaking old. I feel a little bit outdated now because when that movie came out, 92, 93, I want to say The Sandlot was 92, 93, but still, that makes me feel old. But what do you say about? I hated how they did Angela on both shows. Yeah. We could spend a whole nother time on Boy Meets World.
Yeah, that's a whole nother conversation, man.
Yeah, because I still say at the end of it all, Boy Meets World, Corey was the true villain of the whole thing. But like I said, that's a whole nother discussion. But we do have some gameplay outside of Joe's impression of Marvel Tokton. He got to play the next open beta that happened this past week. But before we do get to that, we do have some combat from Stranger Than Heaven as we count it down to next year. So here's some actually a little bit of the gameplay and how it's going to play, and not disappointed
at all.
Good old Cooper.
Back when you're a young spry guy trying to make a name for yourself. Okay, counter system. I see you. Oh, fuck.
1929 Hiroshima.
That's a big boy. It's the Giants from the Odyssey. Jesus, and he's still not dead. He is still not. Easy there, Colossus. Even the girls getting in it?
Nah, this is just a dude with long hair.
Okay, never. Okay, I thought it was
that tattoo is showing.
Okay, I thought it was a dress. It's arm tats. My bad. Saxophones are getting louder. Trumpet, but still.
That was a lot of hold that for me.
Very much, but they kept getting up. So clearly you can blow through the smaller enemies, but some people you're not gonna be able to just like swing and I can nail this thing. You're gonna have to, like the sword wielding dude at the end, you're gonna have to time it in Dark Souls, some of these fights. Also, what's a weapon? Yes.
Everything's a weapon, but them kill shots though. Them kill shots was very hold that for me. And then, oh boy, how you gonna cleave you gonna cleave a giant and he still keeps swinging
with a blade that's like half his size.
Mm-hmm.
And the biggest crowbar I've ever seen in my life.
That was disrespectful, just straight to the face.
That's probably a railway crowbar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know what? 1915, and you talked about railway history. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And if potentially, well, no, they said that was in Japan. I was like, that could explain part of it. Yeah,
I mean, just hold that for me.
Which is funny because if you got one of these in what was it, True Crime Streets of LA, automatic win. Yeah. You just throw it at them and hope they don't block.
So it looks like it's a big thing on counters too.
Yeah,
so
like
carry at the right time.
And clearly the ground stab isn't gonna drop all of them. I don't know what stats or kind of things you can boost, but
yeah.
Oh, hey Sega, keep it up. Y'all got a good thing with this one.
Yep. So it definitely looks good. Like we said before, comes out January 15th of next year. Song hasn't released yet. Because
I could hear it in the background, not the auto song, but like the song they played when the Tupac revealed the little trumpet one. I can hear that playing in the back. That's what I'm like. I'm like, are these saxophones getting louder? I'm like, nope, these are trumpets, but still horns. The horns are booming, are being heard.
Tafara, when you label that video, label it as "They Won't Be Back in Rush Hour 3."
That is the perfect title. Thank you. And for anyone who's watching, because y'all seem to find us every time we talk about it, let us know if there's anything we missed, because y'all come with fun facts and shit about this game I didn't know exists. So, hey, Sega, I know we're having a Sonic year over here, but thank y'all. Like, giving us more to look forward to. We got this. We got this.
Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, we got Crazy Taxi, but like also Stranger Than Heaven's coming out. So.
But yeah, it's one of those things where it's a soundtrack, it's the gameplay, it's be careful, son. It's how how Tupac and Snoop Dogg are going to be in this movie. Again, it plays like let's be honest, it plays like a movie. It's a video game, but it plays like a movie.
5 hours after this drop, there will be Stranger Than Heaven full cutscene movie, 4K, 60 FPS uploaded somewhere.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. But while we got a break, Joe, you got to play Marvel Toton. You got to play the latest beta that had new characters. Blade. It had I'm trying to think of everybody that was involved because there was quite a lot in there. But really quickly, what was your impressions of the latest beta?
I have some gameplay we can put up on there. It's on my YouTube under live.
Let's see. Well, while I'm bringing that up,
while you're doing that, no, I had a really fun time. Naturally, I went to the exact person everybody thinks I'm going to be playing.
Magic.
So that surprises absolutely no one.
We know.
Yeah, no, it's an automatic thing. It's interesting. It's not really a tag fighter. It's more of an assist fighter.
Mm-hmm.
You really do just pick one person and just kind of stick with them. You can tag out, absolutely, but like the majority of my fights just use them for assists. We can fast forward this. This is just me doing the demo or me doing like the tutorial. There we go. This is me learning stuff. Unsurprisingly with magic.
But you went Magic Green. Wait. You went Magic, Green Goblin, Blade, and Wolverine.
I was just trying to figure stuff out. I swapped out Green Goblin for Magneto after a while.
Okay.
A lot of people were very much relying on the auto combo system. I think the thing I relied on was the secondary heavy jump heavy follow-up you can do. I'm starting to learn her more and more as this video goes on. Like I was able to do like not touch of death, but like at least Half-Life stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Soul Sacrifice.
Yeah, I'll say for like a tag fighter, like I'll say this. I think I got it from the beta I played last time. I think it was the closed one. I very much learned the mechanics for this much faster than I learned like the mechanics for Dragon Ball Fighters. So very easy to get into. It's just I'm hoping this time with this many characters, people got around the Doctor Doom and Star-Lord spammers because my God, like I think that's what kept killing me the last time I played this game. Once they learned Doom's projectiles, you couldn't even get in close to some people, and then they just launched that multi-team attack, and it's just game over.
Now,
Bama starting to get the hang of her.
Now, Bama, I will sit there and say this. Yeah, that's the downside. Because this is because you do need to have a PS account. There's just, and that kind of goes into Sony news. We're going to have a little bit later that Sony doesn't care about its users, but unfortunately, that's going to be the way of the world. If you are going to try to play at this moment, it is going to ask for a PS account. Also, the PC version, let me tell you again, and I can't stress this enough, and I'm not trying to gripe for those that are playing on PC. You're playing a beta. A beta is not going to, I've said, and I say this all the time, a beta is not smooth. It will come out buggy. At the same time, for all those on the tech side, it is reporting your gameplay back to Arc Systems. So they can improve on it. Because I know a lot of people are saying, well, I installed it. There's like 7 different things running and all this stuff. That's how they collect data. So for all those that are wondering, it's not a hack. Your system's not being intruded. They're just basically reporting back the game data so they can make it better. That's how, you fix games. You fix games through patches. So I know we do pride ourselves on giving correct information. We don't want to give misinformation because I know a lot of people have made videos about how buggy and crappy the PC version is, but you guys have to remember when it's free, it's probably going to have some kinks in it, but it's not going to keep you from enjoying it. But overall, Joe, I said, overall, Joe, I know you were playing with Magic. Being that's your favorite main, anybody else that you would recommend, or was it just
Magneto was fun, but he's also really distracting because the more you use him, the more magnetic debris is around the field at all time because you just use it. So this is me doing the Green Goblin thing to see what his team ultimate was.
Pretty much a whole that. Ooh, they took that from the animated series where he basically he bombed the
I
water.
made the costume into the Hobgoblin because you can do him, Demo Goblin, and Green Goblin, and one other one.
I hope I don't even have to get a PS account for Spider-Man God of War. It depends. I will say if God of War does go PC, you should need it because God of War isn't really a live service game. Spider-Man, I don't think Spider-Man's live service either.
Neither of them are. Those are both PC.
Yeah, those are both on PC. But I could have sworn I know God of War definitely is a live service. I know Spider-Man is a live service. So Bama, you should be good on that. But no. But like I said, Marvel. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
Playing Blade was pretty fun. You just range a lot, and he plays very similar to the vampire dude in Guilty Gear, where you just gotta wait, and the moment they leave themselves open, they're pretty much doomed.
Okay.
I mean, that goes for same with everybody. Wolverine is a little bit different from Marvel vs. Capcom Wolverine, but a lot of people are complaining about some things, and to them, I got to say, is like, this is not a Capcom versus fighting game. This is an Arxis fighting game. So,
right.
Two different things. From the last beta that you guys did and the one I didn't do, they did change some stuff. So the assemble/assist button are two different buttons now.
Okay. So, like I said, it looks good. I'm not complaining. I'm looking forward to it when the game comes out August. So we're not too far away.
2 weeks out, I think.
August 16th. Well,
August
I think it's August 16th. I think it's either August 6th or 16th. I'm getting my numbers.
Because I know the 3rd is when forget her name, the Filipino girl in Street Fighter drops next week.
Yeah, she drops next week.
Videos of that because I will immediately be labbing her.
Yep. So I think it's the 6th. I want to say for Toton it's the 6th, but we'll double check.
K, right?
Huh? Talk to them.
K.
I'm working on my enunciation.
Well, you're saying T instead of K.
Technically, it's both for him. Technically, he's saying both. Technically, he's saying both. I get what he's saying, but he's saying.
I do too. It's just one of the things. Like, why does he keep saying time?
We always add a T or an S. Welcome to the South.
My mind goes back to the chai tea reference from Spider-Man.
Let me see when this drops.
It's just like, why do you keep calling it chai tea? It's just tea. That's when my mind goes back to that. But
so that's weird. So she drops Monday, and then Tokon drops Thursday.
Okay, so dang, same week. So it does drop on the 6th. So interesting. Okay, so that's good to know. But other trailers we got because again, there's this one which I'm surprised Amazon is still trying to do Blade Runner. This one is called Blade Runner 2099. Again, I am still surprised after the initial reboot with Ryan Gosling in it. We're getting another one. So that's not what I wanted. And let's do it this way. Here's the trailer.
We already fought a war. We lost. Replicants. They keep taking it all away. How much longer? Until we have nothing. Until we are nothing.
Walk it off.
We'll get a steak for that.
The old world forever fights to come back. Humans want what was taken from them. It's our time now.
And what was the Blade Runner we just had?
So the Blade Runner we had was a
49.
no, go ahead.
2049.
Yeah.
Didn't they just do like a Blade Runner anime recently? Or am I thinking of something else?
No,
Nope,
you're not
there
wrong.
wasn't anime. Hey Husk, what's going on, man?
Hey, what up, Husk?
What up, bud?
But like, what are these connected? Or are we trying?
They
to
are. So this is 50 years after that. The replicants rose up and are now the dominant species.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I've dabbled in all this lore. I haven't fully binged the entire thing, and I'm just like, where are we? Do I need to connect these shows? Are we just spitting out Blade Runner properties? Like, what are we doing?
You literally can go at this point and just saying replicants. Well, Blade Runner was stopping replicants. Blade Runner 2049 was the turn, and now we're seeing the aftermath.
So Detroit.
So if you look at it, so if you look at it, humans are now the hunted. And that's what that's where this particular movie comes into place. Which I was wondering, like, okay, are we, because technically Decker is still alive. I don't know if he's gonna be in this series. I don't know if they're going to just going around with a different person. Yeah, it's a TV series. Did I say movie, Joe, or I said TV series, or did I say movie? You're muted, by the way.
It's a series.
Okay, I thought I said series. My bad. I wonder how they're gonna go about this, because now it's a different environment, because replicants used to be hiding, used to be they're not used to being humans are not used to being the hunted in this one. So I'm curious to see how they're gonna go about this, how they're gonna go back this. But I mean, you could. There's nothing wrong with going back and watching Blade Runner, and watching 2049 and now this one. There's really no harm in that. Like I said before, we'll find out come November 25th on Prime Video how this is going to play out. But I'll give it a shot. But I know, Tafari, you're new to Blade Runner. Your opinions on it, as far as, would you give it a few episodes just to see if you like it, or how would you go about it?
I'll try it. I just have no idea what's going on, and if I am supposed to know or be just as blind as anyone else watching it.
Definitely watch the director's cut of Blade Runner 1. Watch Blade Runner 2049, and you'll be fine. You only got to watch the movies.
Yeah.
I do not think Decker's alive, dude. I don't know why you think that. It is like he was super old in 2049, and it is 50 years after that.
Mm-hmm. So I think he's still, because he's not dead. Well, I'm sorry. The Ryan Gosling character is not dead.
No, Joe is still alive.
Yes.
Harrison Ford is definitely dead.
Harrison Ford is definitely dead. But let me clarify. Harrison Ford is definitely dead. His Decker is dead. Ryan's character has to still be alive.
Maybe
somewhere. That's what I meant to say. He's still alive somewhere.
This was also Tafari, Blade Runner 2049. He had a very brief role, but this was also one of the movies where you were like, holy fucking Dave Bautista act.
Yeah.
I heard that and that Cabin movie were very good for him.
A Cabin in the Woods? Yes.
Yeah.
Cabin in the Woods.
I forget. I don't think it was called Cabin in the Woods, but it's some movie where these people go to like a cabin literally in the woods, and Batista is there like a scientist, and the world around them is like really weird. He's basically like...
Is it one of the Cloverfield movies?
I don't think so. I know basically it was the movie that made people like felt like, okay, he is dry auditioning for Hugo Strange.
Well, it's not I thought it was something about it. It's not a cabin in the woods.
I know it's a movie about, like, I think that they are at a cabin in the woods, but it is not called...
It's not called a Cabin in the Woods, but it's called shoot, this is the bad time to be brain dead right now.
Knock at the Cabin. It's called Knock at the Cabin.
There we go.
There we go. That's what it was. But yeah. But no, Dave Bautista, I will give him that, and Husky beat me to it. The man's got quite the acting credits. I will give him that. So yeah, Batista's definitely done that. Yep, it's an M Night Shyamalan movie. So it's actually one of the good ones that he's done. But I digress, because he'll never touch Avatar again. But Joe, your thoughts on Blade Runner 20, the latest Blade Runner and series for Amazon Prime?
I mean, I just want it now. We all know one of my favorite aesthetics is cyberpunk, especially this type of cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
I practically live in Night City. This is just Night City 20 years later. So
we all do. Well, I still go back because there's still a whole lot of things in Cyberpunk 2077 I missed. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, this is just the kind of stuff I always are driven to, and dirty future tech stuff like that. The aesthetic is fantastic. We got Michelle Yeoh doing just God's work in this show as the Blade Runner hunting down this time humans as opposed to the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
So I am here for it. I'm also here for the other series we're about to look at.
Yep. Which is this? I have not seen the trailer for this one. This one's called Neuromancer. I have not seen the trailer for this. Joe, I think you have, right?
I have not, but I do know of this. This is somewhere in between. This is a cyberpunk series that's somewhere in between Cyberpunk, Blade Runner, and that TV show Anthony Mackie was in. Ultra Carbon.
Okay. Ultra Carbon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, let's play it. This is Neuromancer.
What am I doing here? Purpose. Purpose is everything. You're scared. We all are.
What makes you so special?
I'm the best console man around. I steal data in cyberspace.
Guess we'll find out.
Let's roll.
See you on the other side. Jack.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it. This is basically a street kid with level 29 respect level 29, street cred level 29. Either way, I like it. This is Neuromancer again, another Apple series that'll be streaming January 22nd of next year. I can see why you said, Joe, that about the cyberpunk references. I could see that now.
Wake up, Samurai.
I mean, all he's missing is the jacket.
Cyberpunk,
really, at this point?
Cyberpunk, but we're also doing we're doing Inception heist in the Matrix.
Yeah, and
that's just normal Tuesday for Netrunner.
So it is. I'm not gonna lie, and this is based. And then Bama said that is based on a book. So
yeah,
I did not know that. Thank you, Bama. But it looks cool. I mean, I do get a little bit of cyberpunk. I do get a little. I'm gonna be a little bit older, and I know Joe probably remembers too. Johnny Mnemonic. I do get a little bit of that, except we don't got Ice-T and a dolphin. If you don't get that reference, watch the movie. Either way, I like this. This is exactly of the cyberpunk genre. Apple doesn't seem to be missing right now.
Nah.
Apple does not seem to be missing on their original content. And yep, thank you, Husky. Johnny Mnemonic. Yep, I know I wasn't the only one. Apple sure does love cyberpunk. They do, but honestly, I would watch it. But what do you guys think?
Definitely worth a shot. I think I might tell my dad about this. He's very much into anything that has those kind of like that street shot we just had of what looked like the Yakuza street from the games, and then throw in cyberpunk Matrix elements. My dad is all over that.
All right. Joe, I know you're down, but anything else you want to add to it?
I mean, always remember one of the greatest cyberpunk writers is a black writer.
Mm-hmm.
Cyberpunk 2077 and 2020 and black creator. That man is a genius.
Yep. Although now I gotta go back and go find the book. Now that Bama mentioned the book, now I have to go back and go read it because I'm like,
Shadowrun's a good thing.
Yeah. I have to. I want to go read that now. But yeah, again, Apple doesn't seem to be missing right now.
Mike Pondsmith, yeah, Mike Pondsmith is that man is amazing. He has a great cameo in Cyberpunk too.
Nice. So yeah, like we said, next year Apple already has. Look, Apple's already coming out with Matchbox. They're already doing Neuromancer, and I want to say Ted Lasso. Severance.
Ted Lasso just got it. Ted Lasso just has another season like right around the corner. So they're doing good.
Yeah,
Still can't fix these fucking iPhones, but yeah, keep going on with the TVs.
They got Monarch.
Yep, Monarch's another one. Monarch is going in the next season. Yeah, so although I will say about iPhones, I can't wait to go back to freaking Android.
Hey, look, I just think they made the 13s too good because I have two of these things and they're fantastic, but like the freezing and like the random things feels like someone has my phone like in a death grip.
Ultra is Netflix.
Oh yeah.
I like the fact that there's a whole thread on TikTok of, hey, iPhone 13 users come here, and I'm like, we're in like the iPhone 20 now, and the iPhone we're doing letters because we ran out of number era. But the fact that this phone specifically has the most problems, but runs the best when it runs correctly,
I will say
never
this.
take it from me.
Samsung, I apologize. Just know next year I'm coming home. But outside of that, the next show we are showing has a little bit of controversy, and we'll talk about that because again, we discussed it. We asked people about this. This is Children of Blood and Bone. Again, this is a book adaptation being made into a movie. We're gonna play the trailer first, and then yes, we have to actually address the mess behind it. But here's the trailer.
Yeah, we'll do it after. Okay.
Big energy. All this good energy got you all in your feelings. Big energy.
My daughter, you must not be afraid. Orisha was once a land where magic flowed through our people. You were born with a gift greater than you know. But those who feared our power took it away from us.
I know you miss her. Your powers may be gone, but that does not change who you are.
Magic is a festering disease. Purge it!
Heed my words. You are the future king.
Okay, Regina?
What type of king I want to be?
For years, I have trained you. Because I believe you are the one. You can bring magic back.
Go on, Rev.
Hold up. Wait. Look around, everybody on mute. Hold up. Wait. Look around, it's me and my crew. Big energy. Big energy. All this good energy got you all in your feelings. Big energy. Big energy. Energy. Big energy. Big energy. Hold up.
They're looking to you to lead them.
All this good energy got you all in your feelings. Big energy.
She has the ability to annihilate us all.
Big energy.
You have unraveled me.
Big energy.
No mercy! You must strike!
All these years, we believed the gods abandoned us.
Oh, my child. They were waiting for you.
Mega Groot.
All right, so that was the trailer for Children of Blood and Bone. As you can see, coming out January 2027, so next year in theaters. It is a beautifully visually inspiring movie so far. If you haven't read the book, highly recommend that you do. Just because,
yeah, Bama. If you want to read the book, this is the perfect time to get started. You have like the other half of the year to get on board.
Right. Now, we do want to give credit to the author, and forgive me if I completely destroy your name, Miss Tomi Ademi. She is the author behind the story, behind the book of Children of Blood and Bone of the series. Now, the reason why we say controversy, because Rev, thanks for watching, dude. Why the author's upset. Now, we are not going to delve. It is a series of books, by the way. Yes, Rev, it is a series of books. We're not going to delve into it. We just know that initially, when Miss Tomi did sign on to have her book made into a movie, she was very much hands-on with it. She was very involved, giving her critiques. We can only say that there must have been some creative differences in the casting. There may have been some creative differences, or taking some things that the way she may have not wanted them. Again, this is all speculation, because if you were paying attention to her socials, whoever her PR team is needs to be fired, because she has been saying a whole lot of nothing burgers, and it's basically causing the negative effect of what should be happening right now. That literally we should be just as excited about this movie as we were about Black Panther, as we were about Wonder Man, as we were about literally a bevy of African Americans, specifically Black women authors that are getting their books made into movies. We should be behind this 100%. So, like I said before, if you've been paying attention to her socials, she's already put out now 3 videos trying to say something without saying it, which means that NDA must be strong. However, the movie itself looks beautiful. Again, I've read Children of Blood and Bone. I love the book. I highly recommend, if you hadn't had a chance to, you should definitely read it. But if I know for me, and then I'm gonna toss it to Farai and Joe, I still want to see it, just because, as Bama said earlier, it's literally Black excellence that Hollywood doesn't always see. Hollywood doesn't always see Black movies as successful, because let's be honest, in Hollywood, if you're not making dollars, you're not successful, which again, that tells only half the story. But as you can see right here, I mean, the sets, the visuals, the paying to attention. I'm sorry, I know I'm down for it. I just think that Miss Tomi, if you ever hear us or just happen to hear us on our podcast, please fire your PR people and get people that can help you, because I think you're going to torpedo something that is honestly the next great franchise that could be. But Tafari, am I reaching for straws, or am I in the ballpark, or what do you think?
So we are men, and we did the smart thing, and we all talk to the Black women in our lives in group chats, and the consensus from the sisterhood is we need a little bit more than that to go do what you're doing, sister. We're gonna go see this movie before they're like, see, y'all don't support nothing anyway. Like, that is the consensus from the women in our lives in multiple group chats and in our homes. We asked. We as men will rally around whatever y'all ask. We just, at times, we're just like, I don't want to hurt a Black woman's pockets. I also kind of want to see this. And we're just like, we called a huddle. And the results of Threads and Black Twitter is, hey, we only need a little bit more than that. Girl, we're going to go run these tickets up. So respecting her wishes, though, she basically said, leave her out of it. Don't mention her. So when y'all go see the movie, if y'all want to support her, buy a book, but don't tag her in it. Don't say thank you to nothing. Don't add her on any socials. Appreciate the movie. Love the art. Do not mention the artist. Do not speak of Lord Voldemort. Or
he who shall not be, she shall who not she.
She has requested her privacy at this time, and I can respect that. If you, whatever is wrong, I don't know the source material enough to know what might be wrong with it. So if she just says, hey, it's not what I like, and we're gonna leave this, don't leave me out of it, that's fine. The vague posts aren't helping, especially when I'm watching people get like militarized, like, yeah, y'all gotta stand behind what I said. I'm like, I didn't hear anything though. Like, could have had legit issues by not giving, but
Yeah, by not giving more details to issues and having the people we all love. That's it. That's the problem. It literally can cause a divide to where you're doing more harm than good, which is why I wish that if she had her reservations, because like, let's be honest, Stephen King doesn't like The Shining. He still doesn't like The Shining. He doesn't like, I mean, he didn't like Maximum Overdrive. He didn't like, I know there's another movie I'm missing that he didn't like, but I will say this. He didn't say he didn't like them until after the movies ran their cycles. So again, Miss Tomei, if there's some static, I wish you would have said that once you got your victory lap. That's all I'm saying. This really should have been your victory lap. That's what I'm getting at. But what do you say, Rev? This feels like mommy and daddy arguing. I don't want to take a side. Yeah?
It's not even don't want to take a side. I don't think we're supposed to be seeing the argument. Like, this is happening out in the living room, and this needs to be behind a closed door. But now it's out there, and all we're left with speculation. Yeah, I want to see it. It looks good. It looks great. All-star cast in it. So, I mean, if you didn't like the Black Panther casting, here's the closest thing. Which also, yeah, this is not why. The reason why, Rev, is you're not gonna like mess with my lead actor's ex and then F up my entire cinema line of what I got going on. I can't break up fights on set because y'all can't get it together. But yeah, I think the movie will be fine. Let's just leave Tomei out of it as she has requested. Even if we review the movie, just don't mention the girl. That's all she's asked so far.
Yeah.
She's made a response video. At this point, just leave it alone. Just enjoy the movie, but leave it alone. Joe.
Very much. Yep.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
So as the not black guy, I went and asked the black guys who went and asked the black women to go and let me know what I need to be thinking about this. Because not black. So, no, I have no problem with this. I'm definitely going to go see this. I'm just going to support anything I think I'm going to enjoy, and I think I'll enjoy this. So there's that. I don't know anything going on about that. I just went and asked him, like, hey, since we're covering this, do we need to bring up this controversy? Apparently there is no controversy. Yeah, I'll read the book. I got hours I can use on Spotify. Just put that at 1.5 speed and walk around and listen to it all day at work. I thought the other reason we didn't get Idris's kid was because there's some sort of bizarre beef with him and Michael B. Jordan.
No, people are just being funny because, like, what was it? Because Lori Harvey dated
Idris, Damien Idris.
I believe the order went from like Diddy to his son to Michael B. Jordan to Damson Idris, and every time she dates somebody, the person she dates next is literally in a group picture with them, and folks have been like making memes out of like, yeah, if I'm Ryan Coogler, I'm not bringing this bullshit onto my set either. Like, all it takes is one wrong sentence, and then Killmonger doesn't turn off. Like,
right.
Also,
that was a nothing burger. All right,
it's a nothing burger. That's just folks being funny.
It's just that's all it is.
But other thing I saw about, we're going into the Black Panther stuff a little early. Sorry.
Not yet, but yeah.
Was that people were mad David Johnson got it because it's a black British actor getting the role over.
Hold that thought.
They're just making shit up at this point.
They are making stuff up, but I'll get into that once we get to the Marvel stuff.
On this one, going back to the subject at hand. No, I like what I see. It looks like a very fun, interesting world. For me, I cannot express this enough. I am seeing very hard parallels to Wakanda, but I have limited experience in this. So
they actually did cover that name. Viola Davis did get asked that in the interview. I wish I brought it up. I wish I had that clip because they compared it to Wakanda, and she did a very good explanation of just saying, well, when you only have so many examples, they're gonna be compared.
Yeah,
that's the standard, and that's what she explained it so much better.
We're getting.
We only got this in the kingdom that Eddie Murphy comes from in Coming to America.
Yeah.
And soon we'll have Zahir in Magic the Gathering, even though we've been in that place so often.
She really didn't give the Coming to America reference. She's like, if you only have Zamunda as the prominent black kingdom, everything else is going to be compared to that. That's all. I was like, that is the most beautiful analogy you can give.
Yeah, this movie is what we thought we were getting with the Society of Magical Negroes, and then that turned into a weird. That turned into a weird.
That was an actual movie.
You know what?
They tried their best to make David Alan Grier save that movie, and it did not work.
The Society of Magical. I'm still stuck on who came up.
I'm surprised who wasn't in that movie. Will Smith, because isn't Bagger Vance supposed to be that kind of stereotype?
You know what it is? They dropped the teaser, which was just the intro of the title, and then they just let it sit for 3 months. And I'm like, you let that get too out of control. You let the internet run with it too much, and then you drop the trailer, and then it's like rom-com with an actor who's like, I think he's fine. I loved him in Detective Pikachu. Hated him in The Quarry.
He was good in
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
He was great in that, but I'm just like, he's a talented actor, but this is what we're doing.
I'm laughing because now I can't get Bagger Vance. Should have been.
But yeah, that's I'm all for black fantasy. Show out for black fantasy.
I think even Husky thinks I'm correct.
Yeah, he said it.
Correct Joe about, but
yeah, he said it. He said, "Yeah, that's correct. He should have." Well, we don't speak of it, but you got a fair point. I'm sorry, DeFar. What were you saying?
No, that's it. People even tried to say that was Cleo Thomas in Holes, and I'm like, well, technically,
okay. I do have to ask this, and this is purely as a joke.
Okay.
Does Robert Downey Jr. get into that movie play from the Tropic Thunder character?
They cast a spell and they reveal his true character at the end.
You know,
we know you are an imposter.
I'm just saying, could Kirk Lazarus be in the Society of Magical
Negroes? He gets hit with a spell of revelation and becomes the Aussie. But they even say because some people say like even Cleo Thomas in Holes is that type of character. I'm like, well, technically he's the reason Stanley got arrested, so I don't think that works.
Dear God, I'm a dude disguised as a dude playing another dude as a magical neat. Oh dear. Anyway, let's go before we get ourselves completely roasted. Jumanji open world. We have the trailer. Let's mercifully go to that before people come looking for us.
Don't just come looking for me. What are you talking about?
What is going on?
Oh my God. Spencer, you gotta get back here. Grandpa, you okay? Look over my left shoulder.
No way.
Is that...
Yes, it is. Honey, do you know him?
Spencer and I were both inside of him when we were in Africa. Dr. Bravestone, I'm so glad I found you.
Of course you are, because of my reputation and my charisma.
Brings that real more.
We have a problem. They're video game characters, but they're stuck in demo mode.
Bravestone is Spanish, I think.
Tyson. There was a hippopotamus in the alley.
My nephew, he's a lunatic.
I'm beginning to suspect we're not in Jumanji.
Red, shut up.
Donatus, hi.
Let's go.
Why do they run like that?
Honey, these new friends of yours make me very uncomfortable.
No one is going to stop us.
Dr. Bravestone's the best driver in all the Jumanji.
If you don't slow down, they will make us stop the car.
Oberon, get in the back.
Fine. But you listen to me. I should be the one to...
Oh,
Thanos.
Come on, no time to waste.
Did I break the world?
No, maybe.
The only way to stop this is to get you guys back in the game.
Push.
What's that?
Mom!
Oh, goodness. Spencer, honey.
Mom, I'm right here.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
What is this miserable? Am I dreaming? Donatus? Yes, I am Donatus. It's me, Janice. Janice? You look terrible. So different. With muscles and penis and no hair.
Oh. Ow! I'm okay. Where's Aunt Nora?
Tyson?
Who's Tyson? I'm Tyson. Except I'm a black grown-up. It's the Mom, get ready.
Violence is never the answer.
Wow! You get one! And you get one! Oh, you should be ashamed of yourself!
Come here. That's my boy.
Oh dear God, that was Jumanji Open World will be coming out this Christmas. Wow.
Didn't they leave one of the grandpas in the game last movie?
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if that comes full circle in this film. Also, why they are out of the game, and now how are we getting back and forth between how we do a 2-hour runtime of half the movie out the game and the other half in the game? Like,
yes,
it's gonna be interesting. I will say this: The Rock, boy, when he slimmed down, he is definitely
he has embraced his old age and his slim swole figure.
Right. And also Kevin Hart, I'm a body of an adult black man. I'm like, oh, that's
Oh yeah, now seeing what the characters are actually like out of the game, which I don't think we've seen since the first movie with the main character's dad being the hunter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it does look interesting. I will be honest, because The Rock right now could use some wins. Concerning the fact how the last couple of movies didn't go really well for him, so hopefully this will be a knockout.
The new joke I make at work when I move a patient is like, do you have to pull me over? It's like, well, I could yell Shazam. It did wonders for the Batson kid, but not so much The Rock.
Dang. Jesus. But yeah, I would give it a shot. Like I said, the last two Jumanjis are pretty good. They're trying to make this into a franchise, so hopefully number 3 will do well, but anything more, fellas, we want to add to that outside of just it's going to be odd hearing The Rock saying everybody catches a fade.
It'll be interesting to see who gets sucked into the game and why, and who gets left out, and how I guess we close down this franchise. I'm curious to see if the other games come about. I'm surprised we haven't done a Zathura like reattempt, because that. Personally, out of like that franchise and that world of like real games becoming real stuff, that was actually one of my favorites growing up. I'm curious to see if we spin off into other properties. If, who knows, maybe we get some kind of cameo to the original game itself being in the same world. Who knows? We will see. My mom loves these movies for some damn reason because she's an OG Jumanji fan. She loves Jumanji and Zathura like all day. So she loves this new franchise. I will probably tell her to check this one out.
Nice.
But I don't know. People really go to movies on Christmas. I always find releases. I always find Christmas releases so weird. Like people spend money on gifts and things. Like you really. I just don't know anybody who's like, yeah, I'm going to the movies on the 25th. But
they be going.
That's just me in my house. So yeah,
they be going. But Joe, what say you? You're muted, Joe.
Muted.
No, I'm down. I mean, I still got to catch up on these. I just really haven't watched them since Robin Williams passed. So I don't really know how good these actually are. I do agree with Tafara. I would probably prefer a Zathura more than anything. You need a Christmas movie to get away
from your family.
Get away,
or to make them shut up for 2 hours.
Right.
Well, you need a movie to drive your family away. You just put Christmas with the Cranks on. That's all you gotta do. If I need a Christmas movie to get away from people, I choose whatever Gundam movie happens at Christmas. So probably 0080 War in a Pocket. But no, back to the topic at hand. No, this looks fine. Looks funny. I think that at this point, The Rock and Kevin Hart are inexorably tied to each other in the cinema.
Yeah, the Rock is always finding a way to kiss Kevin like a child.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's my problem. Was like, how in the world they do that and keep a straight freaking face?
At this point, those two are the Wonder Twins. They do not do well separately, but when they're together, they are amazing. I mean, let's face it, The Rock had Black Adam, and Kevin Hart had what the hell is that video game?
Oh, Borderlands.
Where he was horribly miscast.
I don't even know.
I mean, he was supposed to play a 6'7" guy, 6'7" Roland.
Yeah.
And even then, I was like, damn, Jamie Lee Curtis couldn't be Doc. I didn't see the movie, but from what I told, all I saw was we couldn't get Jamie Lee Curtis as Dr. Kareha in One Piece because of this movie.
Yeah. Although Katie Siegel did do a good job. Can't knock her for that.
No, Katie Siegel did a fine job.
But with Jumanji Open World, it, like I said, looks nice. If you're going to go see it in Christmas, why not? Like if you're like Rev, you're trying to get away from your family. But My Adventures with Superman, we are getting sneak peeks. We have all sat there and said, if you have not seen My Adventures with Superman on Adult Swim or on HBO Max, you're missing out, especially with these next two clips we're showing, because it is going to be showing things from the next My Adventures with Superman. We're going to first start off with Lex, who apparently is still obsessed with Superman and basically create something new.
Yep.
Director Waller, allow me to present Project Eradicator. Once complete, this weapon will put humanity back on top as the world's dominant species. Created from Superman's own living tissue, Eradicator self-repairs, self-evolves, and will function under my complete, direct mental control.
So,
did we just
say
create
this now? He self-evolves. We've been through this before when Lex made the Amazobot in Justice League.
Mm-hmm.
That did not turn out well for Lex.
Did we just make Doomsday?
Probably
so.
Okay.
No, go ahead, Sparrow.
I was gonna say also, I'm just now realizing the bandages and that he's bald. Did he put that shit in his head that good Lex had in the last episode?
I want to say that was Brainiac tech from the last episode. So maybe not, but Brainiac's not a thing here. Well, no, Brainiac is a thing here.
He's a thing, but he's sort of around, but sort of not around, if it makes sense. So I do see eventually, because if you've been watching the series, and again, spoiler alert, that we did see a Lex with a Brainiac device implanted. So it might be a prelude. It might be a little early for that, but again,
how much are we going to steal from Justice League and Justice League Unlimited for this man? Because that was a huge plot point that he fused with Brainiac for a season.
A lot. But this is also the second clip that we have where apparently they fixed the future and got some new additions.
Yeah, speaking of Wonder Twins.
I think I'm starting to like Clark Kent. Maybe he's enough.
Of course he is.
But how are you?
I'm kind of shaken, honestly. I thought I knew what our future was gonna be. But now it feels like we can't keep up. Like we keep fighting against these terrible futures.
They're not terrible, Lois. They're just... different. John! And,
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I'm Laura. We have a daughter?
Laura.
And John, you're back.
It's Jonathan, and what do you mean I'm back? I've never been here before in my life.
You were here a month ago. We saved your father, remember?
What are they talking about, Laura?
I don't know. What?
He doesn't remember me.
So, when we changed the future...
We rewrote John's entire life.
So he's just Goku Black. Or Goku Black Trunks.
For you.
Gohan Black from Sparking.
I'm here to listen.
You think we can just have a heart-to-heart?
Angsty.
to give me a motivational speech, promise me a better tomorrow? You think, what, we're just gonna play catch?
Well, it worked last time.
I learned to use my powers on my own, okay? I defended the Earth on my own because you weren't there. No one was there. I'm not here for you this time, Superman. Stay out of my way.
Oh, he's Superboy Prime. Cute.
Wait.
Tatooine?
No.
Stop!
Yeah, we got a very jaded Jonathan Kent here this time.
Yep. So yeah, as Bama said, oh no, angsty. No, we're seeing Superboy Prime. That's so again, not to spoil it, and we don't want to really spoil it because again, it is a very good show. That, like I said, you can catch it on adults. You can catch it on Adult Swim on Saturdays. You can also catch it Sundays on HBO Max if you like. I can't stress it enough. I'm looking forward to seeing what the next episode is going to be about. I'm not going to spoil it because, again, if you want to see where they are so far, definitely get a chance to go back and go watch the show. You won't be disappointed. But, fellas, I know we're all caught up. What are we thinking about these sneak peeks?
Last episode, the Hunger Dogs, is that what they just used to... Are those the OP-ass monsters they used in Dark Apocalypse War that just ate the entire planet?
No, so those are parademons. The Hunger Dogs, do you remember when in Superman the Animated Series, when he fought Darkseid on Apocalypse and beat the shit out of him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all those people rushed to Darkseid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are Hunger Dogs.
Okay, so...
Hunger Dogs are standard Apocalypse citizens that just... have you guys talked about Strange New Worlds? Yes, we will talk about that.
We will talk about that. That's part of the Comic-Con, but yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
So Hunger
that's part of
Dogs
the
are
Comic-Con
just
news.
what standard citizen soldiers of Apocalypse are. Then you have one level higher, which is the parademons. Then you have the named people like the Female Furies, Granny Goodness, and whatnot.
Okay, so I'm like, the Hunger Dogs did enough damage that, like, Kara, I guess, wasn't enough to handle it, and we got Kamen Rider Jimmy instead?
Pretty much.
So, depending on how they're written, they are all either new gods or they are just it's a numbers game.
Okay, because I'm very curious to see. Also, the sore loser. Also, everyone's saying that like it's a fiction anime because last episode was a beach episode. Because why did Mixie make everyone half dressed for some damn reason? Especially the boys. He definitely. The boys having the least amount of clothes was a choice. But also, I kept thinking that the God Anvil? I kept thinking either I thought there was an All-Star Superman reference, or
It
is.
Okay. So I don't expect that to come back, or potentially some people are saying that is potentially the wizard that gives Billy Batson his powers.
No, the guy on the Cosmic Anvil is more than likely the World Forger, who is a newer DC character. He is the brother of the person that would become the Anti-Monitor.
Right.
Okay. So good thing Mixie and his wife didn't get that, which I clocked their bullshit immediately.
Oh
yeah.
But yeah, I'm very curious to see jaded Jonathan Kent because when we saw him in his new future, even Lex, when he kidnapped or caught him, said, my regards to your mother. So I'm curious to what happened to Clark and Kara, because Kara has been getting a lot of shit from her nephew this season. Because even if you watch that first episode, you can see he kind of is shading her the entire episode, which is why she kind of lashes out when they're finally fighting Hank Henshaw. And I don't know. I'm curious to see what future they come from, how they got twins this time, or if it's going to be like Family Guy, where 50 different Stewies came back to the same point. Like, all right, everybody get in your time pads, go home. We will just undo whatever caused all of this. And also, we finally have bald Lex Luthor, meaning he's either done something to himself or has decided to shave. Because I'm noticing the bandages are covering his forehead, which has been a factor between good Lex Luthor and Jonathan Kent's Lex Luthor. So if y'all have not, this show has not been greenlit for a 4th season, they said at Comic-Con. So please go run it up. It's only 10 episodes a season. We are 37 episodes in as of tomorrow or whenever this clip drops. It's a fun show. We're already set up for My Adventures with Green Lantern next because we did meet Jessica Cruz this season, which means I think we're getting a time jump probably after this season because she's only in middle school, I think.
And I think season 3, they said they'd have more emphasis on Steel.
Which I'm curious to see where he comes in because I know he's around, but also Bizarro clearly learned, or I guess this version of Bizarro clearly learned how taxes work because he's got a job now.
Bizarro be pulling Batman. He comes in and he dips out.
If Eradicator becomes Doomsday, we're calling Bizarro makes the sacrifice, right?
Yeah,
it's Bizarro will be Bunny in the Powerpuff Girls.
Pretty much.
Which everyone's like, oh, we got a fourth of them. Like, I love black representation too, but Bunny will not be erased from history. Bunny do good, and then Bunny go boom.
Yeah. But outside of that, like we said, definitely give it a shot. Comes on Saturdays on Adult Swim, Sundays on HBO Max. Can't miss it. Also, from the anime side, we do have some news. Gachi Yakuta does have a season 2. I'm glad because Black Clover is coming back. I can't wait for that. Still sad that Fire Force ended. Still sad that Dr. Stone ended. But anyway, let's play it. And of course, on Crunchyroll. So that was a sneak peek, guys. As you can see, Gachi Yakuta is in season 2 production, so we don't have a release date as of yet. Again, it's one of those ones where you say, Husky, I gotta give it another chance. You should.
Yeah, this show was actually very good. If y'all have never seen this show, which I guess it's a meme that nobody can say the name. I've been saying Ghetto Charcuterie Board for like 6 months now. Also, Amo's story was so sad. But yeah, this show is the fact that they're like in this dark, gritty underworld, and we're finding out more about the main character. And Zeno Robinson is hilarious in here as Jabber. Very glad they didn't kill him off this season. As much as I root against him every time he's on screen. Very good show. The fact that this thing also has a video game already shows the levels of hype to it, the amount of cosplayers that are out everywhere.
Yep. Especially for Rue. For what's his face? Dude with the blades. Dude with the blades and the locks. I can't think of his name to save my life right now.
Yeah, Jabber.
There we go.
The villain. Yeah, that's Zeno.
Yeah, the villain Jabber. Where it's like this dude. I don't want to spoil it. If you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, at least watch it for his fights, because that man makes you want to hate him like Envy from Full Metal Alchemist. I'll put it that way. If you've seen Full Metal Alchemist, and whenever Envy gets in battles, you're gonna have that type of same hatred for Jabber. But Jabber does it just for sport. That's just being honest. And I get it. Yeah, you watch. Yeah, the first episode. Look, I'll be honest with you, Husky. It's one of those ones where. It's one of those animes where you have to get to the first 3. If you make it to the first 3 episodes, you'll be fine because it picks up.
I thought the dramatic betrayal in the first episode was enough to get me hooked on it. I was like, oh, so we're just not only did we get sold out and like already get like spat on by the society, we're getting thrown into the literal gutter, and then finding out that because I was asking the entire season. Can't you just make wings and go back up there? And then finding out at some point, oh, it's not just that easy. There are certain reasons why you can't attempt this, which now questions, does it work both ways? Which watch the show and find out. But hopefully season 2 will answer some of those questions.
Yeah, because that's when they try to use the let me shut up. When they try to do that one mechanism to try to go up and then
the beast. Yeah. I was like, hey, maybe we let this happen. Don't y'all hate them people up there anyway? Like, I was kind of like, why are we even fighting? Don't we all kind of want the same? But then finding out, like, all right, this probably didn't need to happen.
Probably.
Yeah. Is it the one character, the white cosplayer, got in trouble for the hairstyle? Was it Jabber?
I think so.
You might be right, Bam. I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't know if that was the cosplayer that got in trouble because Jabber's, for all those that don't know, Jabber's hairstyle is locked. So like what Tafari and I have, although Tafari's looks a little bit more clear than mine.
Super long, thick locks though. Like
So I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% sure if it was a white cosplayer. If it is, well, let's be honest. We always say cosplay is for everybody, but do it respectfully. There's certain lines you just don't cross in cosplaying. One of them being blackface, one of them being yellowface. That's just two big ass no-nos. That's all I'm saying. Bama's saying that it was. Okay, well, again, it's one of those things where it's not that hard. But Joe, were you catching up with Agachi Yakuda, or were you keeping up?
No, I'm not watching this because the fan base are a hot piece of shit that harass people off of Instagram and Twitter.
Oh yeah, they're the toxic group. Yeah, I can't argue that.
Them and Frieren, man,
those are some rabid fan bases. I get, and I say this all the time about fandoms. I get fandoms. I do. I highly encourage them. But at the same time, this goes into what we've been saying on GitBit and on Blurred's Eye and on Total Justice Gaming. We're not toxic, okay? It's not the whole thing of you're the experts. This is great. You want to give people the opportunity to see this and make their own judgments. If they don't like it, it's fine. There's so much anime out there that not everybody's gonna like the same thing. It's just like, and again, I love her to death. Roomful of Blurs will always sit there and say One Piece is a cult. We'll never disagree with her because it's a cult with cookies. But at the same time, myself, Tafara, and others, we don't go hounding her just because she doesn't like One Piece. Or at the same time, some people may not like Full Metal Alchemist. Some people may not like Fate Stay Night. Some people may not like Apothecary Diaries. I gave Apothecary Diaries a shot. Some of y'all need Jesus, but I'll still wait. But I'll still watch it. Some of y'all need Jesus. I'll still watch it.
Is the theme song sung by the VTuber Mori Calliope? I think that's like the closest one.
Say that one more time.
Get to it.
Go ahead. Say it one more time, Joe.
I think the closest I get to is the theme song is sung by a VTuber I like called Mori Calliope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the closest I get to that. Tafara, if you don't know who that is, she also sang the theme song to the Suicide Squad in Wonderland thing where it had the Wowden, Amanda Waller in the opening thing.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
She's on that too. Bama, look, I'm a One Piece fan. We a cult. we have cultish behavior. I will say it like that. Now, getting back to what I'm saying before we move on to the next thing, friends, just if you have something that you want to show other people, please do so in a respectful manner. If they don't like it, they don't like it. But please don't go on social media and just go into extremes. The
writer and I want to say her graffiti artist friend, or the artist for it. I don't know. It was two of them. It's the writer and a graffiti artist that's linked to this series. Like they fully removed themselves from social media because of the fan base.
And that alone is the reason why we don't do toxic fan base.
I think it was partially because when they did the live action, they didn't cast a black person for certain characters, and she's like, none of them are black; they're all Japanese.
Yeah, and that started a whole fire. That really started a whole fire.
It was that, or like I think the casting director didn't even try to look for anyone that could fill the role. It was one of those two. Yeah, and I was like, y'all could have just said nothing and kept about it. Like, I feel like it's already if you make a series, it's already the choice to be on the socials anyway.
Yeah, but that being said, like you said, just don't be a dick. Not that freaking hard. Anyway, speaking of things that are cheesy, Street Fighter, because one, that movie is still coming out. Yes, we're all wanting to watch it. We got a special look at Jason Momoa as Blanca, and the way they did him, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little excited.
Well, it's better than the last time we got a live action Blanca, I'll say that.
know what you're capable of. Show me.
Let's go!
Oh, that is. I did not pick that up being Max initially, but now I.
Wee!
So, I do not wish to fight you. Then you die. Okay? I will end you. Oh, okay.
Perfect. Again, if that's how you're doing Blanca, I'm sold. Because first off, Jason Momoa as Blanca, and let me go back. If this is how he came in, because again, this is how he came in, and for some fact of the matter, you did the role, with the role with the electricity, and you had him in full motion. And again, I just want to point this out. I don't know this is kind of an ugly stop, but that's practical.
Yeah,
that's not CGI. That's not anything added to it. That is pretty much maybe some prosthetics. But that's
I was going to say the arms are a little bit much.
I was going to say, I think he's
but
definitely mocapped. He might be mocapped with a few layers over him. Yeah, it seems like they've at least got him doing some of the moves, if not at least a good stunt double.
Yeah, and again, it just he's not. I'm trying to get better.
Wait, go back to that one shot because I think that's the one with Yipes and Wong.
Yeah, the one where the guys are screaming like right before this.
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah, that's Yipes and Wong because there he is. There's Justin Wong.
You can barely see him though, but yeah,
he posted. He's like, I'm in the movie, and I'm like, Justin, you cropped yourself out of the one clip you posted. Like you should have, because he like wide recorded, so you see Yipes there, and I had to go look for him in this. But yeah, they got like this trailer was just for the fighting game community and the fans of it.
But it looks. See, this is what I'm getting at. This looks good. Like the Blanca. I wish I had a screenshot from the Blanca from the original '90s Street Fighter. The way they did him, he looks like he did methadone. He looks like he did meth and crack at the same time. That's what the Blanca from the original Street Fighter looks like. That right there is freaking perfect.
Well, I think that's because Bison turned Dhalsim into
Blanca. He turned Dhalsim into Blanca. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, that looks freaking good. And you can hear him literally say, "Oh, okay, you don't want to fight, you die." And you can hear him literally say it versus, just nothing. But that's what I'm getting at. It's just the whole idea. I love the way, his movement, the whole, straddling the cage. I know Street Fighter, again, Street Fighter is not supposed to be taken serious, but at the same time.
No, do not go in there talking about, I thought the plot, shut up. You know why we all walked in here.
But I'm sorry. The Street Fighter is this. That's the excitement I have on my face right now for this movie. That's my face. Well, without green paint, but that's my face. I am, like I said, if that's how you did Blanca, I'm sold. I'm sold. That is the most difficult character to pull off in a movie, much less a fighting game. And you got Momoa, who is honestly having the time of his life right now, especially with Supergirl, and now Street Fighter coming out. Fellas, is there anything else we could say? Because I know I'm sold on this.
No, that's it. This was purely just for the FGC guys to share on the socials, and smart promo move.
Yeah. Although you did see, and also shout out to Mortal Kombat 2. It is available on HBO Max right now. I did get to see it. Carl Urban, you made that movie for me, dude. I'm gonna leave it at that. You really made the movie for me. You really, truly did. But yeah, it is simply good. And also, like we also said, again, Maximilian Dodd, Yipes, and Justin Wong. If you didn't see them, they actually all post theirs to their socials where you can see them. But yes, they're a part of the movie as well. And again, not knocking it. I am freaking loving that. But one more video game trailer before we get into the Comic-Con news, because there's definitely a lot there. Sega didn't want to be outdone because we knew they were doing a Crazy Taxi, and they decided to give us a new trailer.
With endless days of perfect weather and unbeatable views, one trip to the West Coast will have you relaxing and saying, dude, and surf's up in no time. Here, the automobile reigns supreme, and there's no better way to explore than by cruising with the top down. You'll want to set aside some time to soak up some sun, maybe even squeeze in an impromptu workout on the beach. For every traveler is a trip to the wharf. Here you'll find fishermen hoping to reel in something fresh for dinner. When it comes to culinary treats, the West Coast food scene goes toe-to-toe with any other city. Stop in for a famous slice of pizza, or grab a whole pie, or 20. So the next time you're looking for an adventure, hop in the car and cruise to the West Coast. Safe travels.
Yeah, I signed up for this. I will see Sega in your creator program and leaving everybody on red lately, but yeah, I applied for this, and apparently now we're doing, what was it? We're doing quests, I guess, to get into CR or CNTs now. Because when you sign up, they give you like points. Like I think you can join a Discord and follow, and it's like these will go on points towards your like account to risk or higher your chances of getting. I'm like, dude, if I get in, I get in. I'm not a Discord connoisseur. That is a piece of social media I've never really learned outside of add me in. I'll talk in the one channel I use. That's about it. But yeah, Crazy Taxi. I think I had it all. I think I had the game, and one of the many Dreamcast games that died but became an arcade title. And I think came on a demo disc. So fun stuff. I was not expecting this to get remade, but yeah, I'll sign up for. I signed up for this. If I get in, I will definitely stream it.
I'm the same way, and the reason I'm leaving the screen up because I hope they do bring back soundtrack too, Bama. But again, if you do want to sign up for the beta, as you can see there, guys, apply at crazytaxi.sega.com. If like Sparrow said, you might get selected, you might not. This is how we got into a lot of games that are coming out with betas right now. If you sign up for them, because game developers, y'all are realizing we do love betas and demos. Bring them back. It's not that freaking hard. So again, if you do want to sign up for the Crazy Taxi World Tour closed network test, please go to that website at crazytaxi.sega.com. As you can see, Crazy Taxi will be coming out sometime. I'm guessing either it's going to be a next year release for Xbox, Steam, and PS5 and Nintendo Switch. So that's all cool. Joe, do you ever play Crazy Taxi, or did you let that one wave at that one as it passed you by?
I'm logging off right now.
Dang, really?
No, of course I played that game. What's wrong with you?
You're
trying to shout aloud that didn't hear I.
I was gonna say you felt insulted. I'm like, what I say?
Yeah, I feel like if they have the Offspring doing new songs in here, they should definitely get that. The old catalog should be in there, no problem, unless some evil company's holding it hostage.
I mean, let's be honest. At this point, there's a lot of bands that are grateful for video game soundtracks, especially on the Tony Hawk, NBA Live, Madden. For a lot of bands, they are thankful for those royalty checks right now. But again, I digress. But again, check it out if you want to. Hey, keep those discs, sir, because we're going to talk about Sony momentarily within our Comic-Con news, which we are getting into right now. But we're going to first start with Spaceballs because they decided to release something outside of letting us know that the movie is coming out. But a question in Mel Brooks fashion, and I say in Mel Brooks fashion, was asked, will he be doing a actual universe for Spaceballs? They didn't disappoint.
Being the wise and brilliant man that he is, he reveals that he's expanded the Spaceballs brand to include a bunch of cool new products. Now, I know we're still a ways out from release, but do you guys have plans to fulfill Yogurt's vision to expand the world of Spaceballs even further than just these two movies?
Yeah, it's such a great question, Kevin. Thanks for asking. And one we were hoping you would ask.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually very excited right here in Hall H, to announce that this is just the beginning of our plans for a Spaceballs cinematic universe. And Hall H is just reveal one, but that's just phase one. We got phase two. We got phase three is coming up. And this is all part of a three-phase saga.
2036.
Schwartz saga. Ass. Yes. But this ass is just part of a bigger cinematic universe. The asshole. Yeah, take a look over there. And it starts off there.
We have enough content until 2148. We're there.
And at the end, you'll see there's a required viewing order. This is not the order that you should watch. Take a picture of that and you watch it in the right order.
Phase 10 question mark.
Have they stretched this asshole too far?
And the bottom line is, we're going to keep this asshole nice and tight. And as truly, and even though we're going to stretch the asshole a bit wide over the course of the next couple of years, at the end of the day, it's all about the art.
So yeah, so give it up for our asshole.
So again, only and thank you, Bama. Only Mel Brooks could pull this off. Because let's be honest, Spaceballs, the new one, initially it was a search for more money, but Mel Brooks did explain he did find it. So that became the Spaceballs, the new one, which again will be coming out. I'm assuming very soon. They didn't give a release date on it. I don't think. I could be wrong about that. But the fact they made fun of it being a cinematic universe, let's be honest, it's Mel Brooks. What are you surprised by? But yeah, Spaceballs, I'm definitely waiting for that. If I don't see Michael Winslow with his iconic line, I'm gonna be mad. For all those that have seen Spaceballs, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, outside of that, Strange New Worlds, Star Trek did also have their season 4 trailer from Comic-Con. And also Rick Moranis was there, did get a standing ovation at Comic-Con, rightly deserved, because that man did walk away from Hollywood to raise his kids after his wife passed, but only to come back and actually want to do the movie, because I'm going to be honest, I don't think you can do a Spaceballs movie without the original Dark Helmet. Just saying. But anyway, Star Trek Strange New Worlds next season, which again is going to kind of be the final one because, Paramounts are dicks. That being said, here's the trailer.
Space. It's a beautiful thing. You just have to want to see it.
I have many things I want to talk about. Hopes. Dreams. Fears. Are you going to hug me?
Do you want me to?
Savor the victories. Move on from the defeats.
Oh.
The only day we have is today. I have no regrets. Neither should you.
And if you ever doubt yourself, look to your friends. We'll be there.
Kind of like the sound of that.
Shuttlecraft flight plan, Captain.
Thank you, Mr. Scott.
All right, so that was the trailer for season 4 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Again, Lower Decks does need to come back. I will be dead honest about that, because that is definitely a great show. But at the same time, guys, we are definitely getting we're getting a nice send-off, especially with Kirk being added, and as we see more of Kirk and Spock before he becomes Captain of the Enterprise. The looks are there. Uhura's there. Obi's up. I know he woke himself up and he's a little mad right now. But again, as a Trekkie fan, I'm excited, but I'm also sad. We're only getting one more season of Strange New Worlds. If you haven't seen it on Paramount Plus, I would highly recommend that you do. Because again, it's a great show. Because again, we're not getting too many things left. They've already canceled Starfleet Academy, which I thought was a travesty.
Yeah,
because
Starfleet Academy was
good.
like, I saw regular people, including myself, who never really watched it.
Mhm.
What was it? Starfleet Academy was great. That was a nice entry level.
Yeah, and that's the one thing I hated because some folks didn't like it, but I'm like, Star Trek. There's different Star Treks for everybody. I mean, that's a whole nother podcast in itself. But we are at least getting one more final season of Strange New Worlds. Would highly recommend. If you haven't seen it, you really should on Paramount Plus because, well, they're trying to kill everything for reasons. Now, with that being said, guys, we are going to get to the Marvel side of things because Marvel at Comic-Con decided to just unload all barrels, as well as information that did come out post-con. So let's start with the happy news. Let's start with everything that they announced at Hall H. And we actually have a short little video to say it. So, let's play it.
It's good to be back here. Just because the lights go out does not mean it's a sign. This is a character I've wanted to play for a very long time. Director Sean Levy. December Foggy.
Talking about movies that are coming out in the future, right? That's what we're doing here.
We're gonna need some help, guys. Can you come join us?
And without further delay, Robert Downey Jr.
Who's this guy with the swords and stuff?
His first question is for Mr. Paul Blood. Where's Thor and why was he crying?
And like Kevin likes to say, there is one more thing. I want you guys to give a warm welcome to our new Black Panther, Mr. David Johnson.
Thank you to this amazing family that I have the honor and the privilege and the blessing to join.
All right, so it was a nice little recap, but we're gonna basically go into it. So initially, for what you saw, guys, yes, we do have a new Ghost Rider. That will be, of course, Mr. Ryan Gosling. He will be taking on the role of Ghost. He will be taking on the role of the motorcycle highwayman from hell. Again, one of my favorite Marvel characters. They did not say, and again, I'm only speculating because unless you guys know, please correct me. I'm not sure. I'm sorry.
His logo is reminiscent of the 90s Ghost Rider, which is Danny Ketch.
Okay, so is that confirmed or a guess?
Guess, because we technically have an MCU Johnny Blaze and MCU Robbie Reyes because they both appeared in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, we had the TV appearance of them, which props to those guys.
Okay, so that was going to be my guess too, because I still think that Nicolas Cage is going to be still somehow involved in this. I would think, just because he was playing Johnny Blaze in the halfway decent Ghost Rider, just too much CGI. But I'm not against it. Ryan Gosling has said he has been hunting. Every time an interview has come up for a Marvel role, he has said he's always wanted to play Ghost Rider, and it looks like he got his wish on that. So again, I'm not knocking it. I want to see what they do with it. Will it be movies? Will it be television? Either way, again, I'm just glad that he's getting to shine. But anything more we want to add to this casting, fellas?
But I think it's a movie because usually now it'll have the Marvel television logo if it is a series. So yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see. Hey, maybe we'll get Midnight Suns because not getting Blade. And Brandon Day, which is out now. So
yeah, and also before we get to Blade, they did actually show some Spider-Man content that was exclusive at Comic-Con. I know I haven't seen Brand New Day. I'm hoping to see it tomorrow with my sons. But Tafari, you've seen it. Joe, you have seen it. While we are here, could y'all give non-spoiler reviews of the movie?
It does a good job of playing out like an episode of the TV show. Like, you don't think anyone's gonna be is gonna be in here super long. It very much is Spider-Man going to people for help, and then hey, they are very much coasting Peter along on his solo journey, and he's waving as he passes them by. It is very much living up to the title. It's a very self-contained story. I will give them that. I blank on this woman's name, but she was in The Bear and plays Detective Wolf in this. She did a great job, I'll say, for the role. I very much loved her as Detective Wolf, and I hope we do see more of her amongst this the police side of the MCU, which y'all could easily work back in Misty Knight, wherever the hell she's at. I liked it as what it was. I liked what it introduced. I think Punisher was great for what he did. I think they are trying to experiment with mixing the R-rated characters in with the PG-13, which I think this was a good testing ground for that. I also like some of the choices they made story-wise following the decisions that were made in the last film, and not being like, hey, it's Marvel, so happy ending for everyone. Neat. Roll credits. Like, I'm very like, I was surprised they went in directions they did with certain things. Some dark twists in here as well, but overall, a great film, solid film. Tom Holland very much is the Spider-Man y'all wanted. This is very much a rebirth of him as a character in the MCU with no superhero uncle to look up to, but more like a big brother in Frank. But he is standing on his own on this one.
Okay. Joe, what say you?
I really enjoyed it. Out of all 11 Spider-Man movies, including the Miles stuff, this is probably number 4 for me. I really enjoyed that the mask stayed on him the majority of the movie.
Yeah.
He was like in the Spider-Man suit with the mask on like almost most of the movie, which is something you almost never get. But I also think Tom Holland probably had the executive decision of, they know what I look like. I've been doing this for so long. The mask could just stay on. It's fine. They still know I'm Tom Holland under here. Great thing on there. Great use of the cameos. Spider-Man being a New Yorker is very much a thing in this. Especially when he dips into the New York accent a lot of the times when he's talking with Frank. I think the New York accent really comes out, especially during arguments. It was great. This is probably one of the better ones because he's no longer high school Peter. This is college Peter, post-grad Peter, on his own. Kryptonite is daily life for Peter Parker and Spider-Man. We see that in this movie where just like, it's Pete. Life's just going to continuously beat him down, and we definitely see him in this one. Without spoiling anything for Sadie Sink, I think they did a great job with her. I like where we ended up with her. I like where we started with her. Freaky as all get out, but I nearly said something in the theater. I will not repeat it here until we can do spoilers. But I got mad at one point because I thought they were going in a direction that they don't need to go. But it didn't happen, thank God. Okay. Comedy was good. No mid-credit scene. The after-credit scene is very easy to explain. A lot of my friends didn't get it. No, it was a very, very good, enjoyable movie. I also noticed something, we have talked about this before repeatedly, so I feel like this is okay to say here without spoiling anybody. We do see MJ's boyfriend. His name is never given in the movie.
I was waiting for it. I was like, I'm waiting for a sea of groans in this theater if they say Paul.
Even in the credits, he is labeled as the boyfriend. He is never named in the movie.
Gotcha. All right. So we also know that we did see a little bit of Avengers Doomsday, of course, Mr. Doom, Mr. Bond.
Quick question before we move on. Did we cover the Deadpool stuff?
Is there more outside of the
appearance, or
Okay, so right here. Okay, I didn't realize. I didn't know if it was two separate things.
Also, I find it so hilarious they did the extra effort of blurring out the badge. Like, there's not 1,000 of the same damn badge in.
Right.
I wrote this under Marvel. I'm like, whoever did the extra work of this or got told to do this is hilarious. And they're like, oh no, they got to hide those badges. I'm like, he's wearing a regular weekend pass. They're just covering up the fact that it is a Star Trek promo.
And also, if you did, and Bama beat me to it. If you were at Comic-Con and you did take a picture with him, a lot of people are finding out that really was Ryan Reynolds in the suit. He just didn't speak. But go ahead, Joe.
The funny thing is what color his suit is.
Yes.
Yes.
The material is denim material, so it's material made from jeans, and it is a gray scale. So he says, and has the card with him where he goes like, the coloring of this suit is jean gray.
I wish I had a rim shot. But
I just would have asked him, like, so are you telling me you're wearing the ashes of a woman?
Petty. Very Kratos of you. So outside of Avengers Doomsday, of course, they showed the cast of there and the cast of the X-Men, which again, we have another casting about that very soon. And of course, we did get our casting for Black Panther. T'Challa, of course, Mr. David Johnson, as you can see right there, will be playing T'Challa's son. Now, this is where
TJ.
Yeah, he'll be playing T'Challa's son now. Now, again, for all those, because again, this is where I was saying hold off because there is some controversy, and I say some because there are a lot of butthurt people, and I say butthurt because
it's a nothing burger of an argument.
It's a nothing burger because again, for a lot of people who don't understand this, I'm trying to pick my words because Obi's a tape recorder right now, and I don't need him repeating half what I'm going to say. But the only reason actors play different roles, okay? All those roles are not going to be the norm. And because they're not the norm, some people have it in their minds that an actor has to be a certain profile. And in this case, if you're an actor, you play whatever role is out there. Anthony Mackie has done it, who is currently Captain America, along with others who have played similar profiles. If you know what I'm trying to point out, please understand, I have a 3-year-old on my shoulder that is a tape recorder. I have to be careful what I'm saying. So if you understand why I'm hinting the word profile a lot, it's only because some people can't get past the fact that some people can play roles and be completely themselves without speculation. That being said, as Tafari said, it is a nothing burger. Some people need to get over it. You're not going to have your machismo roles for certain people.
I truly think this is all they heard was new Black Panther, and like their ears went deaf when they said it's his son. I feel like half of them did not hear that they said this is his son. This is not a replacement for Chad. This is Chad's kid, and I feel like everyone missed that and just committed to the bit. I feel like everyone heard new Black Panther. If anything, check on the people that are about to be traumatized by his filmography because they're about to go watch Alien Romulus and The Long Walk back to back. And both of those films, those are very strong entry points to get to know this man.
Especially The Long Walk, because Jesus.
The Long Walk and Alien Romulus were both fantastic.
Yeah, they're both fantastic movies, yeah. But
Alien Romulus was fantastic until the last 15 minutes.
A lot of them heard it was still... Even so, it is a nothing. Like, first off, y'all need to be more focused. How are we getting a grown man out of these next two movies? Which makes me feel like they're about to.
Time skip.
We might do time dilation. We might do what they did to Ant-Man and Endgame on accident, but on purpose.
So we got to remember that this is the first movie post, to my knowledge, this is the first movie post Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Secret Wars is 2027, and then at that point, I am not going to be surprised if we time skip some people and a lot of the heroes get rebooted. Because a lot of people's contracts are over with, and Secret Wars, at the end of Secret Wars, they pretty much soft reboot the universe. Because remember, a lot of Secret Wars is when the Ultimate Universe smashed into the main universe, and then it was a giant collision that formed the Secret World War universe.
Yeah.
And then the result of Secret Wars was the eradication of the Ultimate Universe with the exception of Miles because of a cheeseburger.
Yeah. Which again, it's there you go. Soft reboot. Yeah, he'll be in Secret Wars. Yeah, he'll definitely be in Secret Wars.
And allegedly, Doom is like kidnapping everyone's kids in Doomsday. So
There's also the Witches of Latveria, which was a thing at Comic-Con, and there's like 3 of them. There's a green one, a red one, and a purple one.
Yeah.
The Witch's Road to Latveria. So
that's what I was gonna say. Either Agatha Harkness makes an appearance.
Yeah.
Well, actually, a lot of people are thinking it's Clea, Sylvie, and Wanda.
Could be, and also could be. But speaking of other castings that we do have, because again we had news post the con as well. We'll start with the first one because I know Joe will have an opinion on this. We now know who will be playing Emma Frost in the X-Men reboot. Her name is Samara Weaving. She was also in movies again. Ready or Not, Here I Come, and Over Your Dead Body, The Babysitter, Scream 6, and Bill and Ted Face the Music. She will be playing the, ever so hardly to forget Emma Frost in X-Men. Because again, if you read X-Men, if you've seen X-Men, if you've played it, you'll know that Emma Frost is quite the character. I will say this: I got no issue with it. I think she'll probably knock it out of the park. The question is, and I'll throw this to Joe because Joe's more of a Emma Frost fan than I am. Do you think that she should have an accent or not?
Well, I mean, Emma's faking an accent because she's from Boston, but for some reason she fakes a British accent. I've never understood that.
Mm-hmm.
They've even asked her that numerous times, and she just goes, "Posh is posh, darling." The only thing I need to know is if she can do Stone Cold Bitch as easily and as effortlessly as she possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I learned that she's Hugo Weaving's niece. So Hugo Megatron Agent Smith Weaving is her uncle.
Yep.
But no, like I said, it's just got to be how mean can this woman be? Or how sensitive can this woman be? Those are like...
Because if this is potentially Emma Frost from Wolverine and the X-Men, where I think she was co-leading the team with him. Because we have that, and she's going to be playing an adult. I am curious if we are potentially moving towards. I'm so curious to see if we're moving towards a mix of X-Men Evolution meets the Avengers film, where like Iron Man raised everyone's kids in a bubble to hide them from Ultron. Because I feel like that's what we're about to see in the MCU. We're about to take the most obscure films that a lot of people only caught on like Toonami on a random Saturday and make them canon. Which by all means, Stan Lee, bring the Condor to real life. The Ghost. Yeah. I feel like I'm the only person that remembers that film. I think she'll be fine as Emma Frost. But yes, as Emma Frost, can you deliver C-word so elegantly on film? And I'm curious to see how, because we still don't know much about mutants at all. We understand we are setting up a lot of empty prisons in the MCU, but I'm curious to see what that becomes, what happens after Secret Wars, what's up with all these kids. Do we get a time skip? Are they getting time dilated? Does Doom drain the youth out of these children, and that's why they are all suddenly older now? But I think she'll be fine as Emma Frost. I'm curious to see what other mutant castings we get, because that kind of lets us know the age range and what we might be doing with these characters.
I also want to know what era Emma Frost we're getting, because those are very radically different. Are we getting...
That was going to be my second question.
Hellfire Club? Are we getting head of the Massachusetts Academy for Higher Learning? Are we possibly getting... Is she going to be good Emma Frost, and we're getting Gen X Emma Frost? Are we getting leader of or headmistress of Xavier's Institute for Gifted Youngsters Emma Frost? Like, there's multiple versions of Emma out there. So,
So that's where I was going to leave it at, because again, we don't know a lot about X-Men outside of the casting that we did see at Comic-Con. So we're not exactly sure where they're going to fit in the timeline. But with that casting, again, not knocking it, I think it's going to be doing pretty well. Bama's
Actually,
guessing
I
it's
think
probably
this is
Hellfire.
our. Well, I don't know. We don't know at Bama because we don't know what era of the X-Men we're getting.
Right. So
To top it all off, I think this is our first confirmed casting.
yeah, first. Yeah. It's first.
So that's very odd that the first X-Men cast we're getting is Emma. So
They could be playing a lot. They could be playing close to the vest. I think Marvel has learned their lesson about certain things, which
is weird because why did y'all have Sadie Sink on tour and she wasn't allowed to talk to anybody? Like it's just
what are you
like
talking about? She's talking to Cookie Monster.
she did. I think this, but like every interview I see, every interview is just like every interview is like Tom is Spider-Man, you're Ned, you're MJ, and Sadie Sink is also here. Like we just like. It is so. You know what else has had me crying, laughing? There's a video going around of like the last table read from Stranger Things, and everyone is crying. It's like when all your teammates have to go out and audition, but you got a MCU job lined up, and Sadie Sink is just smiling, flipping through the papers.
Hey.
She went straight from Stranger Things to Spider-Man. And I kind of feel the same way about Coogler because they just announced Black Panther, but they just got this done. They said Coogler did not pick up the phone until award season for Sinners was done, which I said he was doing. I'm like, I know for a fact he was on Do Not Disturb from Kevin Feige and like everyone over there.
But you can't blame him though. But go ahead.
Bringing that up, I do have a question going back to the Blade thing. If we have we talked about the Blade thing?
We're gonna get to it, but go ahead.
Get into it now, yeah.
We're going to go into it. Go ahead.
I wonder if Sinners spooked Marvel and they know they were not going to be able to make a vampire movie better than Sinners.
Well, I would say that, especially with the fact that again, what we're getting at is that Marshall Ali did say that he, quote unquote, I have moved on. I'm good. You have me under contract. If they want to do the movie, we would have done the movie. So we're not doing the movie. They didn't want to do it. So they should answer that question. This was a question I was asked. Why are you still doing the Blade movie? He trained over a year for that role. So Tafara, I think you said before we started that, hey, I think Wesley Snipes got it right about there's only going to be one. There's ever going to only one be one Blade.
I think one of you guys said it, but yeah, hey, look, the smartest decision they ever made was keeping him off screen in that Eternal, because now all of Eternals is basically useless. Like at the most, it explained to us what like Celestials are, but like we learned about Celestials, the Eternals got sent to HR and are still meeting with Toby out in outer space at Dunder Mifflin. And Blade was off screen for the Venom sword that we still also know nothing about.
The Ebony Sword that belongs to Black Knight.
Yeah.
At the most, Ghost Rider might be a Loki a Midnight Sun setup. This could all be a smoke screen, but yeah, we got a lot of. It's been a very up and down 24 hours for castings, cancellations, and premieres. Oh my!
So I mean, the one good thing about this cancellation is it gave him the time to work with. I think his name was Tariq Bassam, and they made that movie "Your Mother, Your Mother, Your Mother."
Yeah, they said they took all his sword training that he did for Blade and used it in that movie.
Yeah.
But
the one thing that gets me is Kevin Feige went on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast and called himself a big loser and an idiot for not making it, but he didn't want to put Blade in leather and make him go fight vampires. He says they were at the point where they were dialing stuff back and wanted quality over quantity, or wanted an excellent script, not a great script they can just make good. Like, you're so full of shit. You know good and well all you have to do is put Blade in leather and let him go fight vampires. You have a plethora.
That's all he did. That's
all he did.
That's all he did in Deadpool. He came out and fought a bunch of literally a bunch of comic book rejects and just sliced stuff. And that's it. That's all we needed. Wesley Snipes was like, well, there's only going to be one of me. Kay, you gave Blade a bazooka. Like, all he did was bang, bang, and stab, and we were happy.
And I say this before we get to the rest of the news as well. It's just the idea is you have plenty of writers, and we have said this before. There are certain people that can write Blade. You chose not to employ them. There were plenty of writers, and like I said before, especially writers that are now getting the chance to write comics that we know they can do. And I'll say this, I'll throw it out there. Stephanie Williams could have gave you a Blade script. Stephanie Williams, who again, we'll talk about her because she's definitely getting her comic book line, well deserved. She could have wrote Blade, and so many others out there. But the fact of the matter is that Marvel kept delaying because you did not want to employ the right people to write the script.
They had so many scripts. They had a script where it was him and his daughter, which is fine. They had a script where he was like the teaching 5 vampire hunter girls. So he was basically Giles to 5 different Buffys.
Yeah.
But like, you can pick literally any Blade storyline. You can cast a Dracula for this thing because he's public domain. Hell, you can take the goddamn adapt the goddamn 90s Spider-Man arc that Blade had and bring Black Cat in for no reason and move her over to Spider-Man when you're done with her, just so you can go and kill. Who do we want to cast as his mom? Just like off the top of your head.
As Blade's mom?
Yes.
Viola Davis.
I would say Viola Davis, or what is the woman's name from the
Alfred Woodard?
She also plays Black Mothers in like everything.
Loretta Devine?
Loretta Devine, yep.
Sure. We'll have her hunt her down and have a dramatic thing. And by the way, here's your daughter. I've just made you a movie easily.
Oh, I got one. I got one who could play Blade's mom. Miss Pat.
That works too. And then finding out that some of the costume designs on Sinners were a rejected.
I got a better one. I just thought of it.
Go
Aunt
for
Viv #1.
Who?
Say what?
Aunt Viv #1.
Oh, Janet Hubbard.
Yes.
Also, why was nobody giving that lady a job? Everybody's like, cool, Fresh Prince they made up. Can y'all get Janet back on my screen, please?
Janet Hubbard could do Blade's mom. I say Miss Pat because Miss Pat reminds me, you want somebody that's a little sass and will cuss people out. And I think she would.
Well, remember, we do keep forgetting this. Blade's British, and his mom is very British.
We can make that work.
Hey, look, you gave us the little line in Eternals, and then you gave us I call him Moonblade, and which I'm so curious if he makes any kind of return in the next iteration of Marvel Zombies, which clearly we're not getting this year because October is right around the corner. But yeah, he was great in that. I'm just like, so he can deliver the role, and clearly y'all have some stunt training or like physical imagery of what you want him to do. That's all he did. All he did in that show was slice up zombies, and Loki, him and Khonshu were kind of hilarious.
Yep.
I mean, if it were me, I would bring him back and just do Halloween specials with Elsa Bloodstone and Man-Thing.
And you know what? They just might, but again, what we're getting at is just the fact of Kevin Feige. You can blame him. I mean, you can sit there and play stupid, but you still have a working vehicle in Blade, and Wesley Snipes still available. You just need to actually let people actually do it, and then take credit for it later, like you do everything else. But we also do have some actual brighter news. Shang-Chi is happening. We are going to get the record of time.
No, roll that back. We have to do the first one because the first one correlates with this. So we have to talk about the cancellation of Wonder Man because the cancellation of this leads into this.
Oh, well, I was going to do that one, but that's fine. So, yeah, that was also another thing that did happen is just that Wonder Man, despite its ratings, despite the leading man actually getting awards for the show, Disney Plus has decided not to give it a second season, although it could have easily got one. And a lot of people are saying a lot of things about this. It's just that, oh, well, Disney doesn't give Black heroes a shot, or, it costs too much. It was a lot of things. I will say this because the leading man himself is not stressing at all because we do know we are going to see him in some aspect. We might see him in Secret Wars. We might see him somewhere else in another Marvel vehicle. We all watched Wonder Man. We all thought it was great. the thing is, and I have to give another friend of mine in a different Facebook group that we're in. He actually had a great point that Disney is starting to be very selective on what it runs as shows because it is a streaming service. It's only a finite number of subscribers that you can get. These shows, their budgets are million plus. And let's also be honest, users, as far as a subscription service, it only can be as profitable as you keep adding subscribers. If you only have a set number of subscribers, but you're still pouring more money into the show, you might not be getting back the return that you want, because we're seeing this with various other shows that what Disney's doing. And I use this as a historical point because DC, for all its talk, always did animation. Every time it was animation, that was their honeypot, that was their moneymaker. They did a few movies and they did a few television shows. Marvel did television shows and movies and did very little animation. But keep in mind, this isn't the heyday. This isn't the heyday of subscriber counts not being as valuable as they are right now. Because let's be honest, streaming services are the new cable. And these streaming services are trying to maximize, which is basically squeeze the profits out of every subscriber they can get. Hence why they're raising prices on subscriber prices. Hence why they're giving different tiers or things of that nature. They're trying to squeeze us every which way possible, but they're also seeing that they get more money out of movies than they do out of television shows. So what is Disney doing? Disney's tightening their belts. They're not throwing around cash like they used to. Now, does that mean that Wonder Man didn't deserve a season 2? Absolutely. It deserved a season 2. Actually, a season 3, because I love what they were doing. But Disney at this moment is tightening its belts, and at the same time, they are going to cancel some things that, even though we think they're popular, they are going to remove them. But what were you going to say, Joe?
So the director of this series, who's also the co-creator of this series, is Destin. Go down. His name's in there somewhere.
Destin Daniel Crenton. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, him.
So because this got canceled, and it was the director of Brand New Day.
Yeah.
Now he has time on his hands to go do the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm hoping that's not the reason for the cancellation. Like, oh, we only want Destin, so we'll just scrap it. But like,
that may be actually the reason.
In the show, it's not like they were losing too much on the show because it's not cameo heavy or anything like that. It's literally just Yaya and Ben Kingsley, and that show was great. But my also thing is stop announcing things you don't plan to make. That's really what the issue is. It's like we're looking at the announcement for season 2, and especially I saw a lot of actors, like big and small, relating to this show. Like even if you're not an MCU fan, like Cleo was singing this show's praise. Like, bro, yeah, that whole don't give too many notes, getting wrapped on set because you're doing too much. Actors don't, day players don't get golf carts. Like all of it, the reading your own lines, getting. He's like, as an actor, that show was fantastic for actors, but
yeah,
he's like that is, and then like the trying to make it, doing the audition after audition, and finally getting that big role, having to.
We know, Bama. DCKO. We know. We saw it.
Yeah,
we're
the
not
Doorman
impressed.
episode was by far the best episode.
Yeah, and then that whole thing, but still sprinkling in Roxxon is out here potentially leading their own nonsense like they did in the Miles Morales game. So I don't know what the reason is, but like, stop telling us stuff is the coming out and getting excited and then throwing it off the table, because now we just can't take nothing you say verbatim, because now everything's an if, and it's like, oh, this is coming, but is it? Like, you keep telling us stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Armor Wars is never coming out.
Armor Wars is never coming out.
We don't know where Valkyrie is, but you know that
she's might as well.
I feel like she had her story, so I'm not too worried about that.
Valkyrie's busy being a politician,
right? Valkyrie's busy being a politician.
Ironheart's too busy talking to.
Well,
Ali G. He ain't doing nothing.
I low-key think she might low-key become a Herald of Doom.
Yeah, because I think because of how Ironheart ended, she's probably going to wind up being, like you said, Tafara. She's going to be that Misty Knight somewhere. But then again, we know because of previous information, the Defenders are coming back in some form. So Misty Knight, probably daughters of the Misty Knight, and of course her co-star who is Daughter of the Dragon, they may come back in that.
We know Luke Cage is coming back in that.
Right. Then you got Tiana Parrish, which we know she's coming back. We just don't know where. So you do have a lot of question marks, but I don't think necessarily Disney, canceling Wonder Man and then not giving us anything else. Like I said before, I think it's more money related. At the same time, Shang-Chi is still happening because again, you don't want to, number one, you don't want to cut off a Marvel superhero that's only had one movie. That I don't get. You don't cut him off. And honestly, I actually like Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings. I thought that was great. Still watch it. I want to see what they do direct. What do you say, Joe?
So yeah, I mean, plus also it leads directly into Shang-Chi leads into Wonder Man because of Ben Kingsley.
Yeah, right.
So
yeah.
I mean, the other thing is we also don't have a movie where it's an all Asian cast. I'll just say it, for the Asian community, this was our Black Panther.
You can say it.
Yeah,
I mean, you're right. You can say it.
That's fair.
That's fair.
With Ben Kingsley.
And then the setup with Wong and Abomination in here, which kind of followed into, I want to say that followed up into She-Hulk a little bit because finding out that Abomination was in prison and Wong is as strict as Wong is around rules, he'll just borrow criminals for fake fights.
Right.
But yeah, and then the Ten Rings is a good area balancing between the real world and the world of magic. Because the rings still have their weird origins along with the bangles from Kamala Khan that we still have to figure what that's about, which I low-key think Doom could also possibly come back just like an Ultimate Alliance and just be collecting artifacts to do his world reordering spell that he did. I low-key think we're getting Ultimate Alliance, the movie. Doom is collecting kids as collateral and artifacts to just rewrite the world. But yeah, I still hate that Wonder Man got canceled. For this, so yeah, they no Blade, but hey, we'll give you Ghost Rider. No Wonder Man, but hey, here's Shang-Chi too. But also we got you Emma Frost. Like
but you don't get Blade.
Yeah, it's like they're giving us a lot of good and bad news and hoping like one will outdo the other, and it's not looking great.
I mean,
but go ahead.
Cody Weaver put out like a couple of things about this already.
A lot of people have been reporting that I haven't been able to watch everyone's content.
But I will say this because that's not the only cancellation from any side, because DC did give their news that the TV show for Booster Gold is getting scrapped.
That's probably the best.
Which don't get me wrong, I can understand a Booster Gold if done properly, but again, I chalk this back up to DC and Marvel tightening their belts. Because I think for some fact of the matter, more DC is a problem because DC, Warner Brothers, Paramount, Skydance, that whole mess. So that whole company is in flux. So, trying to get a new show off the ground in that company, I didn't think it was going to happen. Plus, the simple fact of the matter is, unless you really read Booster Gold comics, you're not going to know who that character is and why he has significance to the DC universe. So they probably just looked at it as too much of a freaking risk. But again, it's not surprising that, with Lanterns being pushed forward just because of the hype behind that, Peacemaker did well, Creature Commandos did well. It's just crazy that, Booster Gold just happens to be one of the ones that just hits the editing room floor. Outside of that, we do have some comic news that was also announced at Comic-Con. Venom is definitely coming back. This Venom itself will be Eddie Brock back in the driver's seat. Thank you, God. Where he will basically kind of be on a redemption arc, from my understanding of this one. If you've been watching the podcast, I do not like Mary Jane. In the all-new Venom, when Mary Jane and Venom were bonded, I hated that entire line. Thank God it finally ended to a certain point. And then I see this Friendly Neighborhood Mary Jane, where she will be getting her own comic book line. And I'm going to be honest, and I say this with all the love in the world, okay? I am not knocking those who like Mary Jane as a character. I highly encourage, if you are a Mary Jane fan, please read it. Please make your own decisions on that. Please don't take me, because I am not a comic book expert, I am not the overall. I am not the alpha. I am not the omega. It's just a guy that I just despise. And of all the characters that have led to Spider-Man's demise, it's been her. But I digress. But she actually will have her own. She will actually have her own line as well. She will still have some symbiote abilities. It's just that, you know, her being separated from Venom and Venom going back to Brock, she will carry it because, as we did learn, that without Venom's connection, she's basically dead. So that's the reason for that one. We are also getting Maximum X-Men. I'm looking forward to this one just because the lineup that you have right here.
Lineup is so weird, and who gives a shit about Justice from New Warriors?
But I am digging this. But again, this is going to be the ongoing one, of course, with Storm leading the group. I'm sorry, go Joe.
No, I do know the rundown of this. So this is pretty much like a rehash from the 90s when Onslaught killed the Avengers and Fantastic Four. Something's going to go down to where the Avengers can't be Avengers anymore because of the current Jim Zdarsky thing, Avengers Armageddon.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a peacekeeping task force by the X-Men. I do like that we are getting Firestar and Iceman, but I do not give a shit about Justice. Like, why are you here, man? You're only probably here because your ex-girlfriend's here, which is Firestar. But, like, I do like that we get Betsy Braddock Psylocke. Wolverine is legally obligated to be on every X team that's ever formed, ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to see Colossus. Bishop, they got to give him something to do because he's not really doing anything. He's got his own book, which I guess will dovetail into this.
Mm-hmm.
Iceman is just currently not being used. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. But again, Justice, buddy, why are you here? You're out of your league.
Is this following the Storm and Rogue Storm series, or is this completely separate?
Yes, this is following that.
Yeah,
okay.
I was gonna say
it feels like it feels weird that they didn't just let her have her own solo story and it was like, all right, that's enough, and they just like roped her back into team-based shenanigans.
Yeah, but no, this is definitely following her again. If you haven't had a chance to read that, by the way, you highly should.
Why are they calling this Maximum X-Men? They should just call it X-Men Gold again. Because, I mean, this is just Gold Team.
You would think so, unless they're going a different route. But
Yeah.
Maximum X-Men, I mean, it's not a bad title. Indiana Jones and the Sword of Pandemonium. Again, if you haven't read Indiana Jones comics, like I said, it's a niche. I've read a few. I thought they were pretty cool. I like the fact that they are bringing this back up again to a different story. But let's be honest, it's Indiana Jones, so you know it's going to be whips and Nazis. Let's just leave it at that. One I'm particularly excited about is Vixen. Vixen from DC is definitely getting her own comic. With that being said, right, the fact that I'm excited about this is because Stephanie Williams will be the writer for Vixen, and I cannot. I could scream it right now if I didn't want to wake Obi up. But I am so excited about this because number one, we have been screaming for Vixen to basically be written more likely to have her own storyline. And the right woman to do it is getting her shot. This is why I'm sitting there saying, above all else, support artists, indie artists, whether indie artists especially, but I'm going to be very direct. Support black women who are comic book writers, who are comic book artists. Again, when they're getting a shot like this, so go out and support them because we need to show them that, number one, these women are talented enough to give us the stories and the art that these comics and characters so richly deserve. But at the same time, they know that they can make money. So the only way we can do that, guys, is with your support, especially for Stephanie, as she's got this amazing opportunity to write about Vixen. So please go out and support when it does come out. Another one, again, Static. Cody Ziegler is got the shot to write for a Static comic. Again, we have been straight since, and again, for all those who don't know, don't remember this, and this is gonna feel like forever today. Remember the book, The Dakota Incident, and we, somebody out there decided to post the book before it could actually be bought and tried to derail it, and we kept saying this entire time, support, because we want to see more of the Dakota verse. We want to see more of Static. We want to see more of Blood Syndicate. We want to see more of Hardware, more of Rocket, more of Icon, and I can keep going down the list of all these folks from the Dakotaverse that we would love to see. So again, just like Stephanie with Vixen, we need to support Cody Ziegler as they will be writing for the comic line of Static, which again is coming soon. Batman, Shadow of the Bat. I'm gonna be honest. If you like more of these psychological thrillers, this is probably gonna be up your. It's probably gonna be up there because this actually, if I'm right, introduces Zaz. I think if I read that right, yeah, it does introduce you to Victor Zaz. Okay, cool. So again, not bad that they're kind of going back and bringing this back up again. But as a Batman fan, I'm sorry, DC. You can give us a lot more than that. But that's just me. Also, other comic book news. Again, Morgan Hampton will be writing the next Steel series for DC. They did not say if this is going to be based on John Henry or Natasha, which is a little weird. If you don't know who Morgan Hampton is, she actually wrote for Green Lantern Corps. She worked for Cyborg, Star Trek, and DC's Milestone Initiative. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure Steel is either going to be John or Natasha at this point. But again, the fact that Steel's getting his own series, again, I'm digging it, but we got to support it. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts around it. Also, the other two news that we did get, we are going to get an all-in saga, which is Darkseid versus the World, which is the all-in universe right now.
Well,
say what?
Morgan Hampton's a dude.
Oh, my bad. So we still gonna support it. We gonna support. I'm sorry. I hear Morgan. I think that's a woman. My bad. So for DC's all-in saga, Darkseid versus the World, again, it's the all-in universe. I'm not knocking it. I'm just hoping that they don't run all in into the ground, just like the Absolute series, because Absolute Batman has been great. Absolute Wonder Woman has been killing it. Absolute Green Arrow has been great so far. I know Joe's been reading Absolute Flash, and I know you've been digging it, right? No complaints.
No.
And then Flash, I think we gotta look at Absolute Cyborg for the upcoming Flash number 20.
Yeah. So they did. Yeah, they did show that one. I should have the screenshot for that. But yeah, we are going to see Absolute Flash. We are going to see Absolute Flash being introduced. So honestly, from a DC and Marvel standpoint, comics wise, can't knock it. Again, I will heavily stress Morgan Hampton, Cody Ziegler, and Stephanie Williams. I only point out those three because they are getting shots at comic book characters that really don't get the kind of runs they should be getting. So again, guys, go out there, please support to the best of your abilities, or at least share, because again, it's just like Children of Blood and Bone. We want Miss Tomei to get the shine that she deserves. So please, above all else, support. And also, thank you, Tafara. So this is Absolute Cyborg, which I'm not knocking it. Looks interesting. I almost kind of got a Cyborg Commando Guyver feel to it, because you had the three eyes, and I'm like, all you're missing is the visor, and that's pretty much a Guyver helmet.
So he's definitely losing the fight to whichever thing is possessing him this time.
Yeah,
kind of reminds me of Cable, just like
a little bit.
One big old metal arm. No, the thing I'm really looking forward to out of all of that is the Static, because we know what Cody Ziegler can do, because he's been on Miles for years.
Yeah.
So I really cannot wait for him to be writing Static. I'm not sure, but I think that may also be the artist for Miles too. So the team may have come over from.
Yeah,
I might be wrong. I might be wrong on the artist, but Cody Ziegler coming over to think, man, he may be putting a Nazi in there, because he put a Nazi in.
Yeah.
Miles like zero difficulty.
Yep. Tafara, what say you?
Trying to make sure I have the right book before I say, because I know Sanford Green has. Yeah, Sanford Green worked on Bitterroot. That is his book, so his art I'm sure will be amazing for Darkseid versus the all-in title. So yeah, the Darkseid versus the World should be fine. Cody, I've seen some of his work on Miles, so happy for him. Steph, I'm happy for, since friend of the show, friend in real life, as well as she's been asking for that book for like years now. I remember we were at MomoCon, I want to say last year, and she was talking about how much Vixen has been owed a story for the longest, and how she's got this cosmic horror idea that she has for her. So I'm curious to see what she will do now that she has basically free reigns to do what she wants. And I'm hoping she gets to tell this story in full and gets to go on for as many issues as it needs to.
Sweet. All right. So a couple more news before we call it a night, guys. We shouldn't be surprised about Sony, because Sony pretty much sat there and said, yeah, you can do all the boycotting that you want, but we're not going to go back on what we said. If you've been under a rock, Sony has sat there and said for PlayStation games, it will be going full digital. It will not be producing new games as of next year. There have been boycotts. There have been folks going on saying, don't buy, don't do any of this. PlayStation said it best. And Joe, how did PlayStation say it best to their consumers?
We hear you. We're listening. Fuck you.
In so many ways. I'm going to be honest. This is Sony. Sony is one of those ones that, hey, we're doing it. We're doing it. And either you will go along with it or you will just cry about it. Like we said before, physical media is becoming more and more scarce because these companies are trying to find different ways to keep you paying as gamers, and removing physical media and going digital may be the only way, especially for a lot of these games that may or may require you to log in via the internet to keep your games accessible, which again is some BS. But that being said, this is the reason why we keep stressing about physical media, because you should be able to own, and I know Husky, because Husky was fighting a good fight on TikTok about this, that he had to explain to people about this. You don't own the game, you own your copy of the game you purchased. You don't own the game in its entirety, which a lot of people heard that and was like, no. And then Husky, which again, if you're still watching, man, you fought that good fight on that hill for a couple of days. But what we're getting at is just that for physical media, not just video games, because DVDs, Blu-rays, they're all starting to dry up. I mean, Tafari, I'll tell you, because he's definitely a DVD hunter. Finding steel books right now is a little on the difficult side, isn't it?
On top of that, because again, why did we wait a full year for a movie to come on streaming? The Demon Slayer movie just came out on Crunchyroll 2 days ago, and the Blu-ray for it dropped in Japan only 2 days ago. Yeah, so the movie came out, I think, on the 28th, and then people don't read what they sign. So the Demon Slayer dropped on the 28th worldwide, and the Blu-ray dropped in Japan only on the 29th. That movie came out last September. It's almost September again. It is time to buy back to school supplies. So many movies have come and gone. What was the purpose? Mugen Train, I believe, came to America in April. We had that joint by Christmas in our hands before it even, I think, went on Crunchyroll. So why they held out on Infinity Castle for so long makes absolutely no sense. And even then, this all digital move, the double down has to be they had to see those Spider-Man box office numbers. They're like, we're good as a company, because Xbox and PlayStation just went down this week. It felt like Lizard Squad was back from 2011. Somebody came in and just said, there, no more mutants, no more online gameplay. That's y'all better pop a CD in and have fun. And the messed up part is people's digital games were acting up because of this. So the faith is not there, and they came out with something I think physical games only made them a couple $100 million, whereas digital made them a billion and change. I'm but that's also because every small studio can't afford a nationwide release with plastic. Yeah, they both went down within 5 days of each other. We gather on the campfire, children. We're going to tell you about these evil villains known as the Lizard League, who didn't, or Lizard Squad, who never got caught, I think, by the way.
Nope.
Just everyone's well, pop a CD in, and now some of y'all can't even play the stuff on your console. Because even if you own the license to the game, at least if you pop a disc in, that thing works. But yeah, so you're trying to sell me with this, but it's not working. And then all the servers going down, everybody being locked out of these console or being locked out of playing online, which, I mean, you can tell there's plenty of people who play Call of Duty and 2K but have never played the story modes for these things.
Right.
It's just weird. It's a weird move. It is a weird move from some weird higher ups. I don't get the purpose or the point. And again, the whole point of digital is to be cheaper than physical, which now it's matching the same price, which makes no sense because you had the cost of plastic and manuals and like production and whatnot, and now you take all that out, but it's still costing the same. Like it's not making any sense whatsoever. I don't know how pure the Peruvian they are snorting is. I am confusion.
Yep. Joe, any last words on physical media before we move on to Pokemon for the last part?
I'm always going to support it, but at this point, I honest to God, it's naturally going to go away on its own. Even though it's weird that we're slowly moving back towards that, because now apparently CDs are coming back into style and records are now no longer going away again. But we're also, other corporations point out, it's like, look, you guys don't complain anymore when you get a laptop and there's no CD tray in there. I am not going to defend this one way or the other, but it's one of those things where I feel like we're going to head there when whether we want to or not, but we need to fight as much as we can because, it's about ownership, even though apparently that owning a disc is not considered ownership by Sony, but digital could be cheaper. That's all you got to do.
Why are the premium editions of what are the games? I think the next Call of Duty and 2K like $150, and why are they the most pre-ordered thing in the store right now? Like, what even is that about?
It's fandom. I'll call it's like GTA 6. Look, GTA 6 put their pre-orders out, and they made close to $1 billion on pre-orders.
And even that's over 100. Why is 2K $150?
But that's what I'm saying. Your pre-orders got you over $1 billion for GTA 6. There's not one freaking trailer of gameplay, and you have nearly $1 billion on pre-orders, and not one trailer. You barely have a release date, and you don't have one shred of action, and you got $1 billion. The reason why they do this because at the same time with GTA, Call of Duty, NBA 2K, FIFA, and Formula One racing, they all know those are money makers, and they know if you do a yearly game, people are going to play it. People are going to play them, and then you got those folks that have that freaking instant gratification that want to have everything at day one, and they'll pay for it. And these companies know that.
Hey, look, man, y'all can't get mad at getting called gun and ball gamers, and then y'all do stuff like this because, GTA 6, COD, 2K, and like why? Yeah. Like they're gonna make another one next year. That is a whole, bro. That is a whole 150. That is a chunk of a paycheck, man. That is, I think now due to recession indicators, I think that is half a day at Disney.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, they're called. Husky, you've not been here. I call them the Vice City Saints. Leave that billion. Leave that $1 billion company alone.
They will defend that company to death.
It's the Vice City Saints. It's the Nintendo Ninjas. It's the Xbox and the Sony ponies. And the Sony pony hooves have been clicking very hard for the last couple of days.
What kills me is, and people wonder how cults start. That's how they start.
Yeah, we raised a bunch of people who willingly want to jack into the Matrix now. Like even people who are just like, so what? People don't buy CDs. I'm like, do you not see me with these discs and DVDs in the background of every damn video I make? Like, or even with when the Funimation shutdown happened, which I was very loud complaining about, and folks like, they're only gonna raise the price $2. I'm like, $2 versus Funimation. Remember, Funimation was $7. And then had creator codes where you could subscribe for free and then get every month after for $1. So now some people are getting a $13 price increase.
Although I love the fact they try to say, well, it's only $2. Netflix increased their prices to $2. And look where they are now.
Netflix used to sell DVDs.
I'm like, Hulu was free. Look at it now.
The North remembers.
Right. And that's the thing where people don't get. It's just that when you see companies are trying to maximize their profits by squeezing their consumers, it is only a matter of time before you look up and say what happened. You saw that $2 increase. You said, oh, that's not bad. Then down the road, here came password blocking on sharing. Here comes these tiers. Here comes what you can't see or cannot see. Here's removing and re-adding content. And now it's happening to games. It's just video games' turn. But we'll leave it at that because that, like I said, that's a rabbit hole in itself. But yeah, just understand, gaming is going to change. But the last thing that we do got, guys, before we call it a night, Pokemon scalpers, you guys, first off, you are a Pokemon scalper. First off, you are a POS, and that you deserve everything bad to happen to you. How dare you go into these stores and kiosks in front of children and just simply buy things to turn around and resell them at a profit? I just need to get that off my chest because I actually did see that happen today at a store, and I wanted to literally punch the guy.
Yeah, no, my mom went to our local Kroger back in Dallas, and it's like, why did I see a bunch of grown men older than you huddled around like a Pokemon vending machine? And I'm like, either it just got restocked or they know the restock guy is coming, but also like go through the other exit on your way out, please.
Right. Well, again, if you've seen the videos, you've seen people talking about it, these scalpers are just getting worse. Well, the Pokemon Company, especially in Japanese stores, are introducing a facial recognition system, which means that if you are going into a Japanese Pokemon store and you're trying to pull this stuff, you are now on camera and probably going to be listed and blacklisted. I like this idea because, again, Pokemon's for everybody. And I hate the fact that a few people have tried to turn Pokemon cards into a business to where you are robbing joy from those because you simply have the ability to pay for these cards, but you're not really paying them for the love of the game. You're not paying them for the sport. You are basically using these for a come up as a hustle, and that's what's freaking wrong with y'all. But in Japanese stores, they are starting to introduce a mandatory facial recognition system. So at least at this point, if they do deem you as a scalper, you will be blacklisted or even worse, arrested. And trust me, overseas countries play way different than their crimes than they do in the U.S. I can tell you that from an absolute fact. But Joe, do we have anything more on this besides they're tracking them now in stores?
I mean, they introduced such wild countermeasures against these things. The companies have had zero problem pulling full promotions after a single day. Even promotions announced have just been canceled. And this is like them teaming up with McDonald's and they cancel this shit because they do not want waste. Here, God, I wish we could do that here. That would be fantastic. But
right.
Their constitution, if they have one, is different from ours. And we can't do that here. We might be able to, but we're a surveillance state already. Who am I kidding? No, here it's really good because they take this stuff very seriously over there. Like, they take it so seriously, they do the other thing.
And that's just the thing I was reading down here to make sure, because apparently you get, let's see, entry to official Pokemon stores will be limited to one visit per person in order to limit customer spending, with repeat entry denied. So it's unclear what happened if you did try and push your luck. You'd probably get your tail arrested. You probably would get arrested for that. But not only that, they're doing an official recognition system. They're actually creating, and I wish I could make this up, but this is true, a Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG task force that is cracking down on scalping.
And counterfeiting. They forgot the counterfeiting part in this article, but this is also to crack down on counterfeiting. Okay.
So what they're basically doing, guys, is exactly what it sounds like, a task force that is basically trying to curb or prevent scalping of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon TCG cards, and like Joe said, trying to prevent counterfeiting as well. Again, long story short, I'm not against it. If it's gotten that bad to where you have to enforce that, where it takes an actual state authorized force to do so, I mean, that's only because of the world we live in. And at the same time, like I said, there are kids out there that enjoy Pokemon cards. There are kids out there that actually play the game. There are kids out there that are hunting or looking for rare Pokemon cards, that sell them, that trade them, and are genuinely happy about the game. And those are the ones we don't want. If you're going out there and you buy a few packs, cool. If you're a 40-some-odd-year-old person and you're trying to buy a full shelf just because the guy put them there, those are the ones that need to be stopped, because it's just like Sam's Club. Sam's Club had Pokemon cards, and they thought they had a good rule where you had to have a membership. You actually had to have a membership to purchase them. The problem was that loophole is you had a bunch of scalpers buy multiple memberships, so that way they can buy multiple packs of cards. Therefore, it's the loophole, and then turn around and cancel those said memberships just to get their money back. And that right there has always annoyed me. But at least from the Pokemon side or Japan side, they are definitely taking strides to ensure that they're cutting down on scalpers. Here on our shores, unfortunately, not so much. But hey, like I said, if they do implement something, I think it'll probably be direct to consumer, or you're going to have a lot more, or you're going to have a lot less places selling Pokemon cards with a lot more security. Either way, we'll definitely catch up on that. But we did have, I was going to say, we're going to have some, I guess we can get some quick television reviews before we call it a night. I know we all saw King of the Hill, so really quickly, guys, what do we think of it?
I kind of wanted like maybe a 2-episode release a week. I kind of hate that we're eating all the last 2 seasons in a minute. I think I officially hate the Super Nuisance phones because Min and Khan are kind of just annoying now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm over the voice acting. I think I want to say it's their karma catching up to them. Also, Hank Hill very much knows his weed.
Yeah, ain't that funny. Joe, what say you about King of the Hill? Any episodes you loved this season?
The whole thing was really good. I was very confused by the end. So does that mean Hank owns?
Hank is now a majority owner of Strickland Propane, which explains why he was wearing the jacket in the promo. Because I was like, there's no way he's gonna get hired back. But yeah, what else did you have on that?
No, I mean, that was the thing. There were no bad episodes in this again. This one really focused on Peggy. The only one I really I watched it, but I also tuned out was kind of the dog episode until the very end.
Did they keep the dog?
Yeah, they kept the dog. They keep the dog.
Okay.
But like I said, I tuned out until where they go and see Ladybird. At the grave, that was really it. It's like the only way you can raise ejection is to come back to life.
Yeah.
Other than that, no, it was good. The Mexican thing of them getting scammed the whole time was hilarious.
Yeah, the AI phone call.
The AI scam, yeah. Yep. And you got Bama. We're only giving our episodes. You're gonna have to go back and you're gonna have to watch it because we're just giving our favorites. I know for me, it was John Redcorn getting rejected.
The crying Indian tear commercial.
Yes. The crying Indian tear killed me. He's like, I'm. You just see Nancy just go, I don't have a headache today. Oh, and just a single tear comes down his eye. And Dale is just, well, I guess Nancy must be feeling better. Between that and then Bobby getting caught, that was still funny.
It's by Bobby's first blah and how it turned into the entire neighborhood just being in Bobby's bitch.
That was funny. But
also the Comicon episode was really good.
That was fantastic.
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
I was like, because Texas is already a heavy convention spot in general, but also, dude, how did you? If you didn't have a badge and you brought your whole family, what was your plan of getting in the first place?
Yeah.
Right.
Also, I just like Hank's thing. It was like, I didn't say that loud enough for you to hear.
Right, that part.
Also, Hank will potentially become the go-to guy for cosplay props now because screw 3D printing. I can just make the battle axe in my garage.
I just love the fact with the Strickland Propane where you see what happened and he goes, Peggy, on it. It's like she had that camera at the ready. Oh man, but again, general consensus, we all love this season of King of the Hill on Hulu. If you haven't had a chance, go ahead and do so. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it here, guys.
I will say the last episode, I really hope we get more like that. Like I don't need a whole lot of flashbacks, but the fact that they blended that in like an episode of the original show, and we got to see like high school Bobby, who's also a BTS fan, by the way. Bobby getting a job because he's a BTS fan and also finding his passion. Because this entire time, I fully thought the thing that sent them to Saudi Arabia was Lady Bird dying, but finding out it was Bobby, and the fact that Bobby basically is like, hey, I'll be okay by myself, and kind of gave his parents the reassurance they needed to leave him alone with Luann and Lucky, which kind of fills in the gap for them a little bit. They worked around the passed away voice actors very well this season. So yeah, when they're like, yeah, well, I'm already babysitting for them at the house all the time, I can just live with them. So yeah, Bobby finding his passion, working at a Whataburger, at a fast food joint. Hank actually seeing that, hey, that boy's all right. Like seeing him just in his own zone and whatnot. It's just because he's always, at the end of the day, Hank has always cared about his son. He's just worried he won't find himself. But seeing Hank, one, quit Strickland Propane, which I never thought I'd see the day. I thought he fully retired, which puts the whole Saudi Arabia nest egg into perspective. Seeing Hank quit Strickland because why did you bring Ray Roy, your bastard son, into run the place? Seeing a high school Bobby was actually cool. Finding out where Hank and Peg, which I'm curious, what happened? If they were not there for Lady Bird dying, that had to be quite dramatic. Because now I'm curious how that went, as well as how they handled Bobby's graduation. Because now that we know they left when he was 16. Meaning, they came back when he's now 21. I'm so curious how they handled Lady Bird dying and graduation. Telling Bill, I'm also curious why we didn't get any of Keith David's character, because he was kind of a cool add to the mix.
Yeah, that's a good question too. But
I would love to see more flashback episodes that kind of blend into what's happening, because the bounce back between the OG looks of the cast. It played like an old original episode so well, but into the new thing. And it was a nice refresher of why we love this series and what was so cool, like the more humane and humbling moments of the show. That was a great episode to end on, and I hope we get like more of that.
I do want them to do the Lady Bird death episode, because I know Peggy and Bobby will more than likely be like, thank God that man will no longer obsess over this dog.
I'm curious to see, because Bobby's been weird with death, because like we also never saw Cotton's funeral, but Bobby took his granddad's death to the point of taking a job that's basically reliving it every day, and has had like no emotional or traumatic response. Like not even once did he mention, I'm kind of doing the thing that killed my granddad. Like he was kind of fine after the hospital. He was fine after the hibachi. He's now a hibachi chef. So I'm curious to see Bobby's response to death, if he even has one. Because
I think he probably understood his grandfather enough to know that he was not a good man. He was just his grandfather.
Yeah.
That also makes sense. But yeah, Lady Bird was already 13. So now she is 16, I think.
I think she was dead by the time he went to high school.
Probably.
Well, we're in high school. He's 16 in this last episode. So
no, that's what I'm saying. I think she's dead by then.
Well, no, I think we see her in the episode. I think she's in there. I think we see her in that last episode.
I'll have to go look.
She is in there for, I think, a split second. Because their whole thing is like, we don't need to talk about what happened all the way back then. Let me see, because I have it pulled up in another tab. Yeah, we have Bobby. We have blue-haired Bobby with the buzz cut and the earring and the, it's not just a phase, Dad. I could have swore there was a shot of Lady Bird in here somewhere. I might be wrong, but if Lady Bird didn't make it to 16, I would not be shocked. I'm just curious that we didn't get to see it.
The only thing that got on my nerves this whole episode was the constant Min and Con thing.
That's what I said. Their whole dynamic. Their whole dynamic was the low end of this entire season for me. They kind of got them. They got on my nerves quite a bit.
It wasn't that it was low. It was. I wouldn't say it low end. It's just that should have been 2 episodes, not like the backstory for most of the season.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when they come back from the job interview, when he's going out on the interviews and stuff, he is petting Ladybird in the kitchen, so she's still alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if
she
you go
does
like
have a death so
at
far.
like the 15-minute mark, Ladybird is still alive. So we still need to see how. I wouldn't be surprised if she like kiss of death passes away right before they leave. Like, don't worry, you have no reason to hang on anymore. Go, be free. But yeah, I was over Min and Con. Like you said, it should have been one episode. It did not need to be a whole thing, or their entire divorce making them terrible people towards each other, and then everyone around them does not need to be their entire character for the rest of the show.
Ironically, though, their divorce does make Khan a better person to Bill.
Yes, I was.
He was the wife to Bill.
I very
No,
much
but that was
saw
the thing. He's like, no, I was doing this to help him be a better person because you guys treat him like shit.
I mean, it's a fair point, but
He's like, what about the beers? It's like, no, he just needs to lose weight.
What about the frisbee? I said we're going to the park because he needs a doctor's appointment. So
Good
yeah,
Lord.
Khan was cool. I don't mind him being Bill's roommate. I'm hoping that will bring the humanity out of him because like the whole hey, let's be mature thing, and then Min clearly can't as well. I don't know if the general's still alive. God forbid that guy finds out and comes back. But it's like, yeah, I moved on. I signed the house. I'm like, right, but have you though? Because all y'all done is like undercut each other the entire season, and it's kind of absorbed your entire character, and it's slightly getting old already. Like, we get it. Khan's a jerk. Karma has caught up to him. They've sapped all the life out of Ted Wasana-san. Asian representation in the show is kind of just like outside of Connie, who annoyed me a lot less this season. It's kind of getting a little one note there.
True. But like I said, with King of the Hill, it looks like I said, been a great season. So let us guys know what you think in the comments, because we ourselves are going to pretty much wrap this up because we definitely did cover a lot. Thank everybody who liked, who shared, that watched the show, commented with us. We certainly appreciate every last one of y'all as we are going to go ahead and call it a night. But before we do have shameless plugging, as we always try to do about ourselves. I start first with the man, the myth, the legend. He's always working somewhere. Tafara, so
we want to do Kickstarters first?
I was gonna do it on mine, but I can go ahead and bring her up.
Okay, yeah, because we I got another one for you after you show that one, just really quick.
No problem. So we do actually do also have Kickstarter as well, because we always want to support people. This individual right here, as you can see right here, her name, and I forgot just as fast, Chelsea Simone Bowler. She was actually on Roomful of Blurs earlier tonight with our Lady Mandalore. She is promoting a new book, as you can see right there, Love in Dark Places, on Kickstarter. She has a pledge goal of 3K right now. They're currently almost knocking on the door of 1,000. So again, we always say support indie artists and creators if you can. So if you go to Kickstarter, just look up Love in Dark Places. It'll be the first thing that pops up, and you can definitely see what you would get as part of that donating to that campaign. And if anything else, you definitely want to share it, because we understand times is tight right now. So if you can't donate, the thing you can do is share. So again, that is Love in Dark Places by Miss Bowler. Again, also definitely check out Room Full of Blurs, as she had the entire interview with her on her show. You will definitely not be disappointed. Also, this other Kickstarter, and just give me a second here because we covered this as well. We actually showed the
we covered the animatic for it, but yeah, that was a week ago, and now they have officially hit their funding goal. So shout out to Team Toe and Martian Blueberry and Coast Contra. So they are now in stretch goal territory. But yeah, Janichiro Jackson is officially funded. So shout out to everybody who came through and saw our reaction to it. Who saw it over on Room Full of Blurs and whatnot, and everybody who chipped in on this thing, man. They look 50K with only 374 backers is actually pretty impressive.
Right. And I mean, and it was only up for I want to say it was only up for 2 weeks?
I don't know when the Kickstarter funded, but I know it's only been a week since like the animatic got released, and then everybody came to this Kickstarter. So I think it's only been like less than a week that this has been out.
So that's freaking impressive for it to be fully funded. But if you haven't seen it, you can definitely go to Janichiro Jackson and look up the trailer yourself. like I said before, you do see a lot of Martian Blueberry. Like I said before, you do also see some Boondocks references. At least I think so, because Kappa, in my opinion, is Riley. But you can definitely check them out. And like we said, thank you to all that have supported that, to make that fully funded, because again, this is what we say when we actually mean as far as bringing up media and going from there. So definitely support Miss Bowler with Love in Dark Places. Definitely check out Chichirio Jackson as Team Toe is definitely going to be cranking out hopefully more episodes, because that teaser was actually great. Also, Die Laughing was another one. I'm not sure if that had a
I don't think it had a Kickstarter goal. I think it's just something he's working on in his spare time.
Okay.
But he's gotten a few more looks since we have taken a look at it. But yeah, that is another one for y'all to go check out. I just wanted to show that, like, in a week's time since the last time we talked about it, it's now at its goal, which is neat.
Yeah, which I'm not complaining about. But like I said, and also if you do know artists that also could use a spotlight, or you could use some sign, please let us know. We would gladly let to put them up, because we want everybody to get funded. That's the whole idea of this open, expansive world that we have right now, is that we want to see everybody get their shot, just like we talked about Stephanie Williams and Cody Ziegler and Morgan Hampton. They're getting their shots at their dreams, so why not you as well? But Tafari, you want the people know where they can find you, sir, and what you're up to this weekend?
Yeah, you can find me under this name on all platforms. I have video skits out on the main channel about, games reacting to all the showcases from Not E3 weekend, and then how game companies treat physical media. Gaming channel, we just did the Sonic Racing Crosswords TMNT Festival, since that is going on right now. The New York level is fun. I think it needs a little bit of restructuring on that last stretch, because it's a little chaotic and I kind of hate it. But yeah, we're currently working our way through Zatch Bell Momoto Battle, or Momoto Fury, which is the sequel game, and we just had to redo this entire thing on hard mode, and that happened. And also IGPX on Wednesday. And then when I'm done being stressed out by both of these, I think I'm switching to a cozy game. I need like The Sims or like Finding Nemo in my life, because I am getting thoroughly beaten. But other than that, that is about it for me. Just check both accounts, and I'm usually uploading something daily.
All right. Thank you, sir. And of course, another man that makes me look lazy, as busy as he is. Joe, people know what you're up to and where they can find you, sir.
God, my camera's so fuzzy. This week I will continue to stream probably Monday. Monday we got Gundam on Saturn. We'll see if we can't get past that final fight on Disc 2. Difficulty spike is a real thing. I don't know why I'm so fuzzy on the camera right now. Oh well. What else am I doing? We got Hobbit sneak peek. Yeah, Hobbit sneak peek over at Middle Tennessee Gaming. I'll be there to help out, as always. Other than that, I am just at my other job doing stuff. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of what I got going on all through this week. Beyblade tournament Beyblade practice, just local casuals on Tuesday night. Thursday is our popper, and now we're going to be doing competitive EDH, competitive commander over there. Saturday nights is just going to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's just going to be the Hobbit, over and over and over again. And then we got laser print on Fridays. Right before this podcast, I'll drop a new episode. Oh, God, what else do I got going on? Standard work. Don't come see me at the standard job. I don't want to see you there. I think that's it. I'm just really busy because, like, been doing lifey things. Like, I got my oil changed. I got a new pair of glasses coming from Warby Parker. Finally, after 20 years, I can retire these things. Man, these things are so scratched. I have to remember that people are certain colors. That's how bad these things are scratched.
Damn.
I mean,
All right.
I've just literally been wanting this pair since the 2000s. So,
All right. Well, thank you for that, Joe.
I don't even know if the camera is this fuzzy and if it's just me looking through these glasses.
It's all right. We can
Yes,
still
my camera is just that fuzzy.
we can still see it. But before I do get to myself, guys, we do want to shout out to Rick's Comic City, Nashville's #1 go-to place for comic books, for media, for Funko, media while you still have it. 2 locations, Nashville, Clarksville, Tennessee, of course, rickscomiccity.com. Definitely check it out. You won't be disappointed. Also, shout out to APR TV because our show can be seen on APR TV. It's an app that's on the Roku channel, Amazon Fire TV, along with other shows. Definitely check it out because again, you're gonna miss all this type of media when it's gone. Also, BlurStation.com. BlurStation is a site for content for us by us. $10.99 a month to stream BlurStation, and BlurStation can be streamed on all smart devices. Also, check us out, the Get Bit Podcast on YouTube. That's literally the GB Podcast. If you type that in, we are the first thing that does pop up. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button whenever we do have a live show, whenever we do have a review, or whenever one of us does actual gaming or streaming. You can definitely find that here. And also shout out to Devara TV because he actually posted links to our other shows down here as well on other pages. My political podcast, How the Fuck We Got Here, Show a Guy Joe's main page, his streaming page, and Total Justice Gaming, Tafari TV, his streaming page, Tafari TV Gaming, and of course, Blurred's Eye View. Blurred's Eye View, of course, is another show that myself and Tafari are a part of along with others. We are currently in the off season right now. We'll hopefully be coming back in September. But in the meantime, you can go to Blurred's Eye View by typing in Blurred's Eye View on the YouTube page, and when the first thing that pops up, you can like, share, and subscribe. And also, you can go down and actually follow everybody. You can follow Roomful of Blurs as she covers gaming, streaming, and, of course, content creation on her show. She did have a surprise show tonight on Fridays, but she usually does do it every Sunday at 7 p.m. Geek by Heart, as Lainey is currently playing Breath of the Wild. Jay is currently playing Gears of War 3. They also do reviews of movies and television shows, sometimes more horror than anything else. But you can definitely subscribe and follow them there. Tafari TV Gaming, as he's done earlier. I think, Tafari, you were streaming earlier today, if memory serves me right.
Yeah.
He usually covers modern and retro gaming, and he does so from an exercise bike. This is the person I believe that if we need to bet on somebody on this podcast group to run a marathon, my money's on him. Of course, the Give It podcast you see right there, How the Fuck Got Here, Navy Montella, BlurryCon Conversations. He does streaming as well as dope conversations with cosplayers. He is currently returning back from Comicon, hopefully safe and sound, because we can't wait to see all the people he's talked to because he is very well known in the cosplay community. Shokwo, she usually does looters, shooters, as well as books because, again, reading is fundamental. Read. It will not kill you. At the same time, she does cover looters, shooters like Overwatch. Of course, Lore of the Culture covers everything Hollywood and comic books. And as you can see there, Tafara TV's original page. And although she is not showing here, definitely check out Whoop De Freaking Do or Fresh Press by Z for all your nail artisan needs. As for myself, you can find me, Black_Spartan615 on my personal socials. That goes for everywhere. I usually talk to people, just don't make it weird or get in the habit of blocking folks. Streaming is coming back. We are going to still stick with Directive 8020. That's the first time I'm playing a Dark Pictures game, and it looks fun so far. So definitely subscribe to me on Twitch and TikTok when I go live, and you can join in as I try to keep the black man alive or black woman alive, one of the two. Outside of that, guys, our podcast can be found audio-wise as well. Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts. Simply type in the Get Bit Podcast, and you'll find us. Like, share, and run the numbers up because we can certainly use it because we're trying to make this platform big. Like Straw Hat, no, let me not say his name. We want to be bigger, but we also want to be ourselves. I'll leave it at that. Also, guys, I cannot stress this enough. Please check your mental. Mental is everything. Wherever the mind does, the body follows. Please take advantage of all health and therapy services in your area. Also, check on your friends. Call or text and go hang out. Touch some grass. It's not that freaking hard. Men, go to the doctor. It's not that freaking hard as well. Definitely get the checkups that are needed to keep us around longer. Also, if you are in the Middle Tennessee area, please vote. Tomorrow is the last day for early voting. I cannot stress this enough. If you live in Tennessee, please, dear God, vote. Because we got idiots that are trying to put us in the ground. Outside of that, if you are going to see a Spider-Man movie, as we said before, guys, when the movie comes out, don't be a dick. Don't spoil it. You can tell people that you liked it. You can tell people that you didn't like it, but you don't have to go into great detail. And you don't have to put anything on TikTok that, just for clicks. Be nice, be kind, keep your mouth shut, and don't be a dick. Outside of that, cons are still going around. The rules still do apply, guys. Rule number one, respect the cosplayer at all times. Cosplay is not consent. Please treat people like human beings. It's not that freaking hard. Rule number two is hygiene. Soap, water, deodorant, clean clothes. Hygiene is everything, folks, because why? Diseases are coming back that we thought were eradicated. Simply put, take care of yourselves. You will take care of others. And the last rule that I have for myself, that I have for everybody else, be nice, be kind, talk, share, discuss, invite people to your fandoms. Don't be a dick, and you won't get jumped. But as we wrap this up, guys, we do want to thank everybody again for watching, for joining in. We will hopefully be back here, same Get Bit time, same Get Bit channel with news of the week. And like we said, it's the weekend. Please make smart decisions. Nobody wants to be in jail. Go home happy, hopefully full and safe. That being said, fellas, any last words we call tonight?
Yeah, I know it's a long show. I usually have this thing timestamped like an hour after we're done if you're new here. Otherwise, go check out our videos page. We break these all down into clips and segments, so it is digestible in that sense. Feel free to go back and look at our catalog. We probably talked about some stuff you've liked or have insight on that maybe we don't. Feel free to browse through things.
Mm-hmm. Joe?
Yeah, just go out, have fun, be safe.
All right. And also, Obi would say goodnight too, but he's been asleep on my shoulder for the last 30 minutes. So, with that being said, I've been Spartan. He's been Tafari. He's been Joe. This has been the Give It Podcast for Goodnight, guys. We again want to thank everybody. Please take care of yourselves and each other. And I promise we'll all get through this. Please stay hydrated because the sun's trying to kill us. Live long and prosper, guys. We are out. Peace.